Morning Invasion.
Nobody thinks radio is cool, but when you do it, it's amazing.
On Star 88.
I suppose we should get going.
Yeah! Let's go.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Steve-O, what day is it?
May 22nd,
What year is it? What's the year?
2018.
Don't mess with me, man. What year is it?
It's 2018, man.
I gotta go. I gotta get out of here. Good morning, everybody. Welcome to the show. It's called acting, guys. See? I can do it too. It's Tuesday. My dudes, how's everybody doing? Woo! May 22nd. Enjoy May. It's almost over. Can you believe it? Summer is pretty much here.
Crazy to me.
Yep. Yeah, what's crazy is the weather yesterday. The rain, oh my gosh.
Yeah.
I slept like a baby. That was one of the best naps I've ever had.
Because the rain,
The rain, it was cloudy outside, and that little breeze that was just flowing in through my window, and I slept so good. Apparently it hailed everywhere. This is terrible news. And this is another reminder to tell our kids how deadly ditches can be, because one person died.
Yeah, dude.
And another 5 were saved during a series of swift water rescue operations across the Albuquerque metro area yesterday. I saw some of the pictures people were posting, some videos, and whoa. Man.
Yeah. Our friend Myers.
Yeah,
Good old
I
David.
saw that.
He's a firefighter. He posted a video, and I was just going, dang, dude. Like, people did not have time. I don't know. I skated the ditches when I was a kid. So but now that we know, I don't know.
Yeah, stay out of the ditches, man. You know, if it starts to get cloudy, get out of the ditch.
Come on, y'all.
I mean, it's insane.
Ditches are deadly. Stay away. Just don't even go in the ditch, bro.
Man. Prayers going out to that family that lost somebody, because, man. Oh, well, good morning, everybody. We're live from the Dreamstar Remodel, Star 88 Studios. Big show today. You guys can be a part of the show, Facebook Live and YouTube Live at Star 88. Just search us, and we're live, and we upload the shows every day, Monday through Friday. You can go back and watch the shows, catch up if you haven't. We're on demand through iTunes, through the app you can download to your smartphone. What's that live line number people can text in?
505-585-LIVE. That's 505-585-5483. Ow!
Also, phone lines are wide open. You guys can call in and say hello, whatever. I mean, whatever. I mean, you don't just call in. If you've never called into the show before, please call in. We want to meet you. We want to hear your voice. We want to interact with you, get to know you. 505-338-3700. That's 505-338-3700. Lock that into your phones. Save that in your phones so it's easy to call us when we're talking about something you want to chime in, because we got some good things on the show this morning. We're going to talk about this petition that's been going around on change.org. People want to get rid of the word no and replace it with the more ambiguous term, yesn't.
Okay.
Yesn't. Apparently, yesn't means maybe yes, maybe no.
That is the stupidest thing I've ever
I
heard.
love it. I think it's great.
No!
Why can't we change? We change our vocabulary all the time. I mean, I do, at least. I come up with things all the time. We all do. Why can't we change that? Yesn't.
No, dude.
Mm-hmm. You know what? I actually feel very yesent about this conversation. I don't know. I'm kind of for it.
I don't think
I'm kind
you're
of against
using
it.
that correctly.
Maybe yes, maybe no. I
This
don't know.
culture is so stupid.
Who said? You? You think it's stupid? I don't think it's stupid. Maybe we're all stupid.
Man, everybody's saying no. Brittany says, heck no.
Heck no?
Cynthia says, how about no?
Just maybe?
Curmudgeon says, no.
Well,
Kim says, why can't we just say maybe? Maybe or no.
why can't we come up with a different word? Why?
No!
It's fun. Change is fun, guys. Change is fun. I'm going through so much change in my life. It's so fun. I love every minute of it.
Yeah.
Hey, man. This is what I want you to do the next time you're going through pain, okay?
Yeah.
I want you to listen to what pain has to say. Because in your pain is when we grow. In your pain, there's a story.
Right. And when you get that no from somebody, it pains you, but
Yes.
you grow.
Yesn't. Yesn't. Am I right, Stormy? Good morning.
Good morning.
What do you think? Do you like this change?
That's deep.
That's deep?
I don't know what you're talking about. I'm kind of driving
Oh, well, why are you calling us then?
Well, because I kind of told them to call.
because I want to say hi to Dad.
Aw, see?
That's
That's
it.
what I'm talking
It's his
about.
big brother.
We're getting to know. We're getting to know. Wait, this is my big brother fanatic, Sarah.
Yes,
We
it's me.
again,
Oh
we
my
don't watch
gosh.
Big Brother together, but
Right.
we
You
watch
Big
and then we
Brother,
talk about
and
it
you
through
talk
Facebook
about-
and
This is ridiculous.
yeah.
You know what I say to this
Because
conversation?
That's cool.
Yesn't.
Oh,
I say yesn't to this
you say
conversation.
yesn't to this conversation? Well, anyways, how you doing? You doing all right? You ready for Big Brother? What, July? Is that when it kicks off? New season?
I don't know.
I think
Oh
it's
my
usually
gosh.
July. I think it's July. I'm pretty sure.
Sarah!
Sarah, what about The Bachelorette? Are you ready for The Bachelorette? Because we're a week away from The Bachelorette.
Get out. No.
Yeah, I don't kind of watch that show.
Well,
I
you
think
should.
that show.
You should try it. You should try it. I just recently got into it last
Alright.
season, or a couple seasons ago, actually.
Okay.
Was I really had a good time with that one, but
Yeah.
I'm glad you called in. Sarah.
Okay, I'll make you a deal.
Okay.
Or Steve-O.
Oh,
Yeah.
Okay. I'll watch The Bachelorette if you watch Big Brother.
Ooh.
Wait, what? No.
See?
How's that a deal? I don't watch either of those shows. That's not a deal. I lose in
Yeah.
that scenario.
Yeah, I don't know if Steve-O is.
I would never. No. I am a grown man. I don't have time for those stupid shows.
Comic book nerd.
Yeah.
I don't have
grown
time.
man. I
Grown
was
man.
watching Black Panther yesterday after
yeah.
I went to Meow Wolf. Grown man.
How many times have you watched Black Panther? 6 times, 7
Yeah.
times at least.
Just a couple.
Yeah.
By the way, Wonder Woman 2, they showed her new costume and it is dope. Sorry, never mind.
Okay. Sarah, I'm glad you called in.
Thanks.
All
Well,
right.
I hope you guys have a good day.
You too.
Bye, Sarah. Drive safe.
Thanks.
505-338-3700 if you'd like to call in. So glad you called, Sarah. That was very nice. Yeah, we'll discuss the getting rid of the word no and replacing it with yesn't coming up later on in the show. So there's a new trailer out to...
Ugh.
It's the Jungle Book, but it's
but
not called the Jungle
No.
Book. It's called Mowgli, who is the boy
I'm
in
glad
the
we're
Jungle
talking
Book.
about this.
And I was thinking when I saw the trailer, I'm like, oh, okay, it's the sequel. That's cool. Then I'm
Right.
like, wait a second. This is kind of the same stuff. Wait, okay. All right, I'm kind of confused. Apparently, it's just a whole new spin on the Jungle Book.
So here's what happened. Disney doesn't necessarily own the rights to Rudyard Kipling's book, The Jungle Book. So they're putting out a movie. At the same time, Warner Brothers was like, we're putting out a movie.
Oh, we're
This is really weird to me.
it's pretty weird.
Listen. I would love somebody to chime in because as a comic book nerd and all of the cool things in culture right now being kind of comic books, you know that Disney owns Marvel, and they make everything fun and exciting and big and grand and colorful and whatever. And DC's kind of known, or Warner Brothers, who owns DC Comics-ish, is kind of known for making really dark, drab, downer films. Warner Brothers launched the new trailer for Mowgli, and it is a darker take on the Jungle Book.
I only heard stories about the jungle.
By the way, that's
Hey, you're
Batman.
bringing the trailer.
Sorry, that's
Just like
Batman.
this.
Oh, that's Christian Bale.
Yeah, it's Christian Bale. Batman.
I bit and I scratched and I spent my entire life
Can you tell
fighting.
Yeah, I'm Batman.
Till one day,
Yeah,
I just stopped.
right.
Guys, you got to watch the trailer. I think it looks really good.
Christian Bale, Kate Blanchett, Benedict Cumberbatch, Andy Serkis. I'm telling you right now, like looking at the cast,
Mowgli.
it sounds incredible.
What's crazy is that Benedict Cumberbatch was in the other Jungle Book movie. That's kind of weird.
Wait, was he?
Yeah, wasn't he? I thought he was the voice of.
No.
No, look it up.
I'm gonna look it up.
Was
no,
he? He wasn't.
No, yesn't.
Well, who's Mufasa, right? He was in the.
Oh my gosh. No, there was no Cumberbatch.
Oh.
Scarlett Johansson. It was yep,
Who was the voice of the tiger?
Idris Elba.
Oh, you know what? You're right.
I am
I
right.
get them mixed up. They're
I am
very
right.
similar.
What?
What?
So here's the deal. In case you're wondering, no, it is not a sequel. Yes, they are seriously putting out another Jungle Book movie. The film originally was titled Jungle Book Origins. It was set to release in 2016. So back in 2014, the Warner Brothers studios shifted the date to 2017 because they wanted to allow more time to work on the visual effects because Disney's was incredible. In April of 2016, Disney's The Jungle Book released, and they in turn said, you know what, let's push ours back even more. So they pushed theirs back to 2018. In October 2017, Andy Serkis decided to change the title because it was originally called Jungle Book Origins, but then Disney came out with Disney's The Jungle Book. So then Andy Serkis changed it to Mowgli, Tales from the Jungle Book, and in December, the official title was trimmed to just Mowgli. Andy Serkis, who has played Gollum, who played Caesar in the Planet of the Apes films, who is an incredible actor, directed the film and has stated that it will be a darker, more serious in tone film than any previous Jungle Book adaptations.
Wow.
The trailer premiered yesterday evening. This is not the no. This is the wrong trailer.
This is the best trailer.
No, you're playing the original. This is from like
The
the
only-
60s, man.
It's been a long time in coming, but
Oh my gosh, that just brings back the memories.
Okay.
Good morning, Starmy. Welcome to the show.
Good morning. How are y'all doing?
Doing really good.
Benedict Cumberbatch was Smaug in the Hobbit movies.
That's right.
Right.
He
Yep.
played a voice.
Yeah. See,
That's who he was.
He was
makes
also
sense.
Dormammu, for those that don't know,
Yep.
in the Doctor Strange film. He played Doctor Strange and the lead villain, Dormammu, as the voiceover for that. So,
Yeah, you can
So
see why
talking
I know.
about Disney and Marvel adaptations, I'm a little annoyed with the humanity they gave Thanos in Avengers because he's not like that at all in the comic books. He's just a despot and a sadist. So I'm not crazy about Warner Brothers mixing up a movie that I can't really remember from my childhood, but I think I'd rather have it in their hands because sometimes Marvel is a little too poppy.
dude, I kind
make
of
sense?
disagree with you entirely because Thanos is totally obsessed with death and would do
I'm a nerd.
anything for her. And
With just death, but he wouldn't have feelings about,
yeah,
spoiler alert, throwing somebody off a cliff and feel that way. He only cares about Lady Death.
The nerd smell is overwhelming.
yeah, I like what they did. I
No.
like what they did.
And I like what you did, sir,
Well-
by calling us.
Yeah.
Yes, and I agree with you.
So here's a question. Since you're taking the tone, because I'm truly curious. I've never been a huge fan of the super darkest of tones when it comes to certain film. So why do we need a dark Jungle Book?
Well, I don't think that it's necessarily going to be dark, but it lets you have.
It was terrifying.
Okay, so I don't want to take this in a negative tone, but our whole memories of skating in arroyos is pretty bad when you grow up and you see an adult version of like how bad it can be.
Right.
Like it's a really bad thing. So once you're an adult and you have the ability to sort of see what was something from your childhood, but now in an adult grown-up light and see it in a different way, you can just have a different appreciation of it. It sort of lets you see it with a wider adult-ish paradigm, if you will, I guess.
Okay. I will totally accept that. I still think Batman versus Superman was terrible. Okay.
Next time, if you would say yesent, if you would use the word yesent next
you
time.
You love
guys?
Batman versus Superman?
Am I in this conversation?
Oh, man.
Am I in this conversation?
Okay.
I
But I definitely see your point because I thought the Dark Knight trilogy was very well done. Well, a couple of them were well done.
Well, I think okay, this is a big old comic book thing, and we'll Facebook
I'm
it up
about ready to get a text message.
Love
from
you.
Chip.
I love you.
Love you. Bye.
See ya.
Okay.
Thank you, caller.
I don't know who that was, but
I don't know who that was either.
Yeah.
Thank you for calling, though.
No, but I'm curious because we just saw a trailer for the edgier, darker Jungle Book, and I want to know your. Why do we need a darker whatever? But his point is well taken in that as an adult, we do see things differently than when we were children, and so it's not necessarily just dark to be dark. It seems more set in the real world, more ground in reality, if you will.
Yeah.
And so I'll accept that answer. It's just weird to me because it's the Jungle Book.
Right. Yeah. What do you think, caller?
I'm just sitting there on my iPod. It's just so frustrating. I want to be in Florida getting a tan on my back.
I know you do, kid. I know. It'll happen. One of these days. 505-585 live. You can text into the show. Phone lines are wide open if you'd like to call in, like our last few calls, which I'm pretty happy about. 505-338-3700. And we're on Facebook Live and YouTube Live. Good morning, Thebes. Good morning, Javi. Good morning, Jarrett.
How crazy is it that they started working on this film like 5 years ago?
Yeah, no kidding. Yeah. It's a long time to wait.
Right.
It's
5 years ago.
It's like us planning for a show 2 days ahead. I'm just so excited. I have to wait 2 days to do this topic. Oh, man.
It's called a tease, man.
Okay.
Like, it's cool.
Good morning, Jessica. Good morning, Julian on YouTube, hanging out. Everybody else that we can't see.
My other question is this confusing? Because you and I both assumed it was a sequel to the Jungle Book movie that just came out like 2 years ago.
Right.
And it's not.
It's not.
It's a completely different take on the Jungle Book.
The Jungle Book. Sure is. All right. Let's take a quick break. Good morning, Starmy. Welcome to the show. Live from the Dreamstar Remodeling Star 88 Studios. Coming up, we got a bunch of stuff. Lots of great things to talk about on the show. We'll tell you all about it. And we'll be right back. Good morning. Hang out with us.
I'm Daniel, and it's time to get in the techno. Put your hands up if you know what incognito mode is on your browser. Now everyone just look around and take note of those with their hands up. Don't shake those hands. Google is planning to release an incognito mode for the YouTube app. There are some genuine uses for this. For example, that one time you looked up how to make enchiladas, and now every recommended video is about Mexican food. You could switch on incognito, watch the enchiladas, and switch it back off again, and the YouTube app would behave like it never happened. However, on the more concerning side of things is that one could use incognito mode to view inappropriate content in private. This is especially concerning for parents, as they won't be able to see what their kids are viewing in the YouTube app. It is worth noting that these results could already be accomplished by pausing the watch history and the search history. If nothing else, parents, this is a heads up to pay attention to parental controls, or maybe even dump the YouTube app and make your kids watch in the browser where you can block incognito mode. I'm Daniel. Now you're in the techno on Star 88.
Here's a solar flare from Jonathan Edwards. A true and faithful Christian does not make holy living an accidental thing. It is his great concern. As the business of the soldier is to fight, so the business of the Christian is to be like Christ. This is Star 88. Get ready for some truth from Jensen Franklin on a Star 88 PowerPoint.
When you allow someone into your life, not only do they bring their physical presence, but they bring a spirit. They bring a spirit. A person, there's a spirit about a person. And he says, don't just know people after the flesh, but know them after the spirit. And they that are after the Spirit do mind the things of the Spirit. And they that are after the flesh do mind the things of the flesh. Meaning this, they are flesh people. They're dominated by their flesh. The Bible said the carnal mind cannot discern the things of the Spirit. They are just carnal, and they will not give you good advice. They will not give you spiritual counsel. They will not give you the voice of the Lord, the word of the Lord. If you get around them, they will talk you out of your faith, talk you out of the great call that God has for your life. They'll talk you out of everything grand and great that God would do.
That's Jensen Franklin on Star 88 with a PowerPoint.
What's going on in the news today?
The conservative majority of the Supreme Court ruled that businesses can bar employees from banding together in disputes over pay and workplace conditions, forcing them into arbitration.
The Dow added 298 points. The Nasdaq climbed 39. The S&P rose 20 points. The Dow up 1.2% for the year.
Olympic swimmer Ariana Cooker-Smith and her lawyers say they're suing USA Swimming for not doing enough to protect her.
Don't throw that old cell phone in the trash. The same advice goes for old laptops and many power tools, too. The lithium batteries inside them can and do cause fires, even explosions at trash and recycling centers.
Former President Obama and wife Michelle have signed a multi-year deal with Netflix, saying the Obamas would produce a diverse mix of content, potentially including a scripted and unscripted series, documentaries, or features.
A Western Massachusetts man has pleaded guilty to plotting a domestic terror attack.
The country's first female CIA director, Gina Haspel, telling the agency,
I want each of you to know that I took on the position of director because I want to represent you as well as lead you.
Lead us into victory. Good morning. Welcome to the show. Dex and Steve-O, Morning Invasion, being brought to you by Preston Hart, screen printing, live printing, graphic design, PrestonHart.com. What's up, Starmy? Thanks for joining us on YouTube and Facebook Live. Just search Star 88 and you can watch the show while you're at work, at home. Maybe you got a smart TV. Pull us up on YouTube. Hang out with us. Be a part of the show. Good morning, Kevin, Jessica, Julian on YouTube. Big show today. Coming up, monkey got loose at the San Antonio airport yesterday. We'll give you all the details. I'm sure you're just dying to hear how that monkey got loose. We'll talk about that petition on change.org where they want to get rid of the word no and replace it with yesn't. And we didn't get a chance to talk about this yesterday, but the FDA approved the first non-opioid drug to treat withdrawal. That's huge. That's big. And graduation, of course, is going on. And I mean, what happens after you graduate college? What's next? Jake Peterson, he just graduated. Actually, the graduation hasn't happened yet, but he's done with college. And so I asked him, wow, is that a bummer? Because now life happens. Like, is that an exciting thing to get done with college?
Yeah.
Especially nowadays, because even with the college education, it's still pretty hard to get that job, you know?
Yeah.
But then again, it's like, okay, well, that's where our faith comes in. That's where our trust comes in, that God has a plan. God's going to open up those opportunities. We're going to talk about it coming up later in the show. What's next after graduation? What do I do now? Do I just hang out at my parents' house until I'm 30 years old? Like that last guy we talked about yesterday? I mean, who knows? 505-585-LIVE. You can text into the show. Also, phone lines open at 505-338-3700. All right, I'm going to find out if Steve-O is a weirdo. We're going to find out right now together. New survey found 19% of us eat different food items. Different than other people.
Perfect.
Okay?
Okay.
Do you eat these 10 foods like a normal person, or are you a weirdo? We're going to find out if you're a weirdo. Okay? Steve-O? Do you prefer your cereal with milk or straight out of the box like a snack?
With milk.
With milk?
I had a bowl of cereal before I went to bed last night.
Wow.
Fruity Pebbles, shout out.
That is so bad for you,
Me and the
man.
Flintstones. Like
Gosh.
this. I'm not even kidding. I don't even know where I read it, but somewhere it was like, dude, if you're having trouble sleeping, bowl of cereal, knock you right out. And I'm like, okay. I've been rocking cereal before bed like every night.
Well, you're not a weirdo.
Good.
Because 90% said they like it with milk. 9% said no milk. 1% said they eat it with milk and ice.
I mean, I get that you want your milk cold, but why don't you just turn it on the refrigerator?
I mean...
Wait, so you're a weirdo if you just snack on it? Because you just called Brody a weirdo. He likes it both ways.
No, I think the weirdo is the 1%.
Yeah,
so they eat it with milk
okay.
and ice.
Okay, no, that's true.
Yeah, that's true. You're a weirdo if you put ice in your cereal. That I don't know. Okay. All right. If you have Chef Boyardee ravioli, do you heat it up or eat it straight out of the can cold?
I mean, when I was a kid? Because I haven't had Chef Boyardee since I was like 9, dude.
Oh.
Chef Boyardee.
That's my cheat meal right there.
Okay, gross. When you're a grown-up, you graduate to hamburger helper if you're poor, dog.
Basically, that's the same thing.
Love.
Hamburger helper and a delicious ravioli. That's what it is.
When I was a kid, definitely heated it up.
Okay?
Yes.
5% of us prefer it cold. So you're not a weirdo. I've actually ate them cold. I think they're just as delicious cold. All right. So far, you're not a weirdo. Good job. And please chime in if you're a weirdo. We'd like to know on Facebook, YouTube. You can text in. Do you like your bagel toasted or untoasted?
Toasted.
22% said untoasted.
Gross, dude.
Yeah.
Weirdos.
All right, with pizza, do you eat the pointy end first or the crust?
Pointy end first. I had that for dinner last night.
Only 7% go crust first.
That to me, last night.
It's weird.
I saw somebody like rip off the crust. So they ate the pointy end first, but technically second. They ripped off the crust, dipped it in the ranch because we were at the old Dion's. They ate the crust, and then they, like, folded up the pizza and ate the pizza after.
Huh, I kind of like that.
Without the crust.
Wow.
And I'm like, dude, that's your hand holder. Why would you
hand holder?
Why would you eat your hand holder first?
What if you rolled it up like a burrito?
No.
Not like a Swiss roll?
I fold it in half, especially if you get that big New York style. You know, you gotta, like, you fold it in half and...
I kind of like...
pointy end first.
I want to try that. Ripping the crust off and rolling it up.
No!
I'm down.
Ah!
Oh, yeah, 7% go crust first. Also, 18% of people said they prefer eating their pizza with a knife and fork. I don't trust people that eat pizza with a knife and fork.
That's called party cut. Did you know you can ask for that?
Party cut?
Yeah, party cut.
Party cut?
Say if you're going to the old Dion's locally here, say, can I have that party cut?
Oh, yeah.
And they cut it in little squares.
Huh.
Like each slice.
Okay.
To where...
All right.
It's weird.
We're talking about these 10 foods and whether or not you eat like a normal person or you're a complete weirdo, okay? Oh, my music.
Yeah, Grace totally does. She's the weirdo that rips the crust off and
Really?
then eats the... Yeah.
See, I kind of like that. Bonus breadstick. I like that. Good call, Carl. Good morning.
Good morning.
Welcome to the show.
I got two things.
Okay.
I get a big spoon and I put half. I dip it half in the jelly and then the other half in the peanut butter and just eat my peanut butter and jelly like that.
That is... No.
I don't know if you... I mean...
No, that's weird because, listen, Double Dipper, that's Jeremy right there. Like, gross.
Well, you're the only one that's eating it. Are you the only one that's eating it?
Pretty much.
And don't you have to be careful with, like, bacteria as well? Because if you're sticking that back in after putting it in your mouth, I think bacteria can get in there and grow. I don't know. I might have made that all up, or maybe I read it somewhere.
That's why I'm staying anonymous.
Okay.
Oh, and the other one is I like to put mixed nuts in my oatmeal.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with that.
Nothing wrong with that.
I love raisins in my oatmeal.
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever tried nuts, though. I never tried nuts.
Blueberries.
Yeah.
Blueberries are the jam. There you go.
All right, weirdo.
All right, man. Somebody said people are weird. You always need pizza crust and pizza together. I don't understand ripping off the crust.
Maybe you've never tried it.
No, because then it also holds the grease. Because if you got a giant, again, I keep referring to like New York style pizza, but like you fold that in half and the grease is all going to pour out one side. But if you rip off that crust, now there's no little like trough for it to like hide in or hang out in. It's just it's a mess.
Okay.
You need to keep that crust on till the end.
All right, well,
You saved the best for
I'm
last.
still going to try it.
Are muffins on here? I eat my muffin
no
weird.
muffins. Wow, how do you eat a muffin first? You pull the muffin top off?
I pull the top off.
Okay, pizza guy. What?
I pull the top off and I set it aside, and then I stick the gross bottom part in my mouth first.
The gross bottom part?
Yeah,
That's
the bottom
best.
part.
It's the soft part.
Gross. And then I'll eat that, or if it's like, sometimes I'll just throw the bottom half away.
What?
I just like the top.
Are you kidding?
And then I'll eat the top last.
You better never do that around me. You better give me that bottom half. 505-338-3700. Please call in, chime in on how you're a complete weirdo when you eat food. Hello.
Good morning. I would like to know if there are other tax accountants or CPAs out there that eat their pizza with a fork.
Yes.
So.
Well, my father does, and my brother's girlfriend does, and my cousin is on the fence. She does sometimes.
And are they all CPAs?
They're all CPAs and or tax accountants. So,
Fork and knife with the pizza, but only if you love numbers.
Do they not like to have their hands dirty?
Maybe.
No. I mean, my father.
You know what the funny thing is?
In the car.
I'm totally busted because you said sometimes, and I thought of the fact that I literally was at the old Dion's last night, and I really used a fork and a knife at one point.
Well, it depends on how messy it is.
It was really messy.
Yeah.
Dude, it was bacon. It was feta. I poured ranch all over it. And it was just like, I was making a mess. And I'm like getting after Brody because ranch is everywhere. And I'm realizing, wait, that's my mess.
Yeah.
And so I went and got a fork and a knife. So.
Yeah. That's acceptable. If it's messy.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Bye.
Bye-bye. That's funny.
Is your tax man weird? Does he eat pizza weird?
Yeah, tax people are weird.
Somebody said I'm weird. I drink milk with ice every time.
Really?
That's
you
weird
put ice
to
cubes
me.
in your milk and your cereal?
Weird, guys.
Oh,
weird.
Yeah, I don't know, man. Who wants watered down milk?
Somebody said I have an exchange student living with me from Spain, and she heats up her milk in the bowl first in the microwave, then pours the cereal in.
What?
So she puts the milk. First of all, putting the milk in the bowl, that's wrong. You put the cereal first. So I guess she puts the milk in the bowl, heats up the milk, and then pours the cereal in the warm milk. Spania, bro.
You know what, guys?
That's my people.
I think about
That's where my ancestors are from.
Oh, what is it? Frosted, not Frosted Flakes, but what are they look like bales of hay.
Yes,
What
dude.
is it?
I got a box of that for the first time in forever. Frosted mini wheats or shredded wheat, whatever.
Wheat.
Yeah,
shredded wheat. It was the best thing. My grandma and grandpa used to make me shredded wheat. They'd heat it up and put brown sugar on it.
You just could never have enough milk in there. I know. Those things are sponges.
It's like eating
halfway
a bale
through
of
the
hay.
bowl, you're like, how did I not think this through? I clearly did not pour enough milk in my frosted
For
mini
real?
wheats.
Oh man. Seriously. But yeah, so heated milk, it sounds weird, but I have it in rice. When I make sweet rice, do the same thing. I wonder if it's good with just regular cereal. Like heat it up next time, man. Go ahead, caller. Good morning.
Hey.
Hi.
How you guys doing?
Good.
Hi. So Pilot Pizza is really, really, really good, and it has like really good crust. So what I do is I tear it off, and I put it in the middle, and I make a little crust burrito with pizza, and I dip it in ranch and eat it. It's actually really good.
Huh.
Dude.
Yeah. Yeah. You think it's kind of weird, though, to rip the crust off?
No.
No?
People, you're weird.
Oh, okay.
All right.
I'm weird. I'm weird. Thanks for calling.
Have a nice day.
Bye-bye.
You too. A little scratchy voice there.
Morning. Morning. Get that
Good
raspy
morning.
voice
Yeah.
thing. We're talking about these 10 foods where people either eat them normal or they are just complete weirdos when it comes to eating these foods. Another one, do you peel pieces off your string cheese or just bite into it?
Okay, anybody who says they bite into their string cheese is a weirdo.
I do.
You just eat the string cheese?
Yeah, because I'm so hungry.
No!
I just eat it real quick.
Of course, last time we had a house guest and I had like string cheese and I was peeling it. They were like, "What are you, 7?"
Yeah.
And I'm like,
that is
it's
so
string
childish.
cheese.
You're a child.
That's how you eat string cheese.
I'm the baby guy.
No.
Man baby. Not you. How weird are you, Starby member? Good morning.
I'm not weird at all, as long as it's got lots of fat and lots of sugar in it.
I know
Actually, with string cheese, you wrap it up in lunch meat and then you bite it.
Ooh.
Gosh, you guys are making me
Oh,
sick.
it's amazing.
You
It's
guys are making me
amazing,
so
especially
sick.
like roast beef and the white whatever
The consistency
cheese
of
it is.
string
Yeah.
cheese is not made to be bitten like that, guys. You're supposed to peel it. You're
I gotta
supposed to
try
peel
that.
it.
That sounds good.
Here's the thing. The reason why I'm calling is because there's something that's absolutely driving me nuts.
Go ahead, caller.
It's your audio loop in the background keeps cutting out before it finishes the second line to that song.
You gonna be okay?
Yeah?
You gonna be okay?
I'm going absolutely. That's the kind of stuff that drives me nuts.
Oh.
Okay, love you. Bye.
My gosh. Bill Peterson. He's the worst. Don't ever watch a movie with that man. Ever. I don't know how the rest of the Peterson family survived all those years. It's unbelievable. He'll pick out the things that nobody else sees or hears. So crazy.
You know, Winnie in the UK always had cereal with warm milk.
Wow.
Always.
I think that's something we all need to try.
Nope.
Like Captain Crunch with warm milk? That might be
it
great.
Maybe it won't cut the roof of your mouth
right?
every time you
just
eat it.
bleed everywhere when you eat that.
I hate that
Get
cereal.
that little bloody, like,
Gosh.
it just tastes like iron. And you eat Captain Crunch. Good morning.
Good morning.
Go ahead, caller.
I don't know if anyone has said this yet. Everyone tells me it's weird. I eat oatmeal with salt.
Oatmeal with salt?
Oatmeal with salt. But I was chastised one morning, and there was a biblical mandate for it, which I was pretty excited about. I read in my quiet time in Job 6:6, it says, "Is that which is tasteless eaten without salt?" And I felt vindicated. So I just wanted to call in.
Love it. Amazing. Thanks, man.
That was awesome. That which is unsavory be eaten without salt? Question mark.
505-338-3700 if you'd like to call in. We're also on Facebook Live and YouTube at Star88. Here's another one. With your Kit Kat, do you break each piece off or just take bites out of the whole bar?
What if you just don't eat Kit Kats because they're gross?
You don't eat Kit Kat?
No, dude.
What? Oh,
No,
you don't
I'm
like
not even
chocolate.
joking. I don't love chocolate, and that
Right.
one especially because it's literally just like wafers and chocolate.
Oh,
Ugh.
getting me excited. I do both. I break it off and I just take a bite.
This
Depends
just
on how
sounds like
hungry
you're
I am.
lazy, man.
No, I'm hungry.
You just
so-
bite the string cheese, lazy.
No,
you just
man,
bite the
I'm
Kit Kat,
hungry.
lazy.
Just put it in my belly. Come on, I just
Ugh.
need to eat it. 5% of us just go to town on the whole thing without breaking the pieces apart. I guess you're a weirdo if you do that.
Jessica on YouTube says that she rocks Captain Crunch on vanilla ice cream.
Oh,
that's weird, right?
This has been. I don't know if this is a good
Cereal.
topic for me
It's
to
like
do.
now cereal's gonna become the sprinkles on our like bowls of like Fruity Pebbles. Just
Oh man,
sprinkles.
Does it cut you even worse because it gets even colder and like maybe even frozen? So does it like little daggers? Just
Liveline is going crazy, by the way. 505-585-LIVE. Oh man, here we go, Rye Guy. 1 part bag of Doritos, 1 part tub of cream cheese equals 2 parts deliciousness.
Oh, wow. Doritos and cream cheese?
Where we are learning that. Is it a cultural thing? Is it a family thing? Like, what is it? Because we learn somebody from Spain, somebody from the UK, like different places. Winnie actually said she always ate pizza and chicken with a fork and knife until she came to America and saw everybody eating it with their hands.
It's
I was like, oh, you can eat chicken and pizza with the. Oh.
I bet you it's more cultural than, because that's how it gets passed down. You know?
Man.
Couple more here before we go to break. Good morning. Are you there, caller? Good morning. Hello? All right. Thank you.
Hello.
Oh, hi. There you are.
Hey.
Good morning.
Hey, I'm pretty weird. I put cheese strips in my cereal.
Okay.
I don't even want to.
Is that for real? You really put cheese strips in your cereal? Who taught you that? Did you just discover that on your own, or?
It's actually very good.
Yeah, but who taught you that?
Yeah.
My dad.
Really?
Very cool.
You're not making this up.
Dude,
Wow.
that just brought something up to my attention as well. Thank you for the call.
Love you. Thank you.
On Friday night, we went out to an Isotopes game, and we were with Luke's baseball team, and we grabbed a few bags of peanuts. And I grabbed the peanut, and I popped the whole thing in my mouth. And I sucked on it for a little bit.
Oh, you sucked on it?
Yeah, you always get like the salt out.
Okay.
And then I cracked it with my tooth and I pulled it out and then ate the nuts. And I threw it on the ground. Did that a couple times. And all of a sudden I looked over and my buddy Jay and his wife Leah were just staring at me. And they were like, you put the whole peanut in your mouth? And I'm like,
I've never done that with a peanut.
I'm like, yeah, of course. You guys
I do that with sunflower seeds,
and I looked
but
around
not
and
peanuts.
literally, like, 20 people around us. I surveyed everybody, and everybody looked at me like I was insane.
Never heard of that.
Really?
No.
I always throw the whole peanut in my mouth. You like?
I kind of want to do that next time.
Suck on the salt. You get all the salt out, and then
that makes sense.
No,
I kind of do
They're
that.
like, it's not sunflower seeds, bro. And I'm like, I've always done this.
Yeah.
Like, I don't from childhood.
That's weird, though.
I didn't have a dad. He never taught me how to crack a peanut shell.
Right.
I thought you threw it in your mouth. I'm still doing it that way forever.
All right, we still have the top 4 foods that people eat either normal or weird.
Quote unquote weird. You know what, guys? You do you.
You do
It's
you.
cultural.
You do you.
Peanuts in my Coca-Cola, somebody said.
Oh, I've tried that.
I've never
A
tried
few years
that.
ago, and it was great.
See, I want to know where people come up with these
Saltiness
things.
in your Coke. Ooh.
French fries with mayonnaise, you are blocked forever.
Dude,
Gross.
I'm in. I love
Gross.
it. I love
Gross.
it. I love it. All right, we'll get to more of your phone calls. You guys can text in. How weird are you is the discussion this morning. Hot topic. We're live on Facebook and YouTube at Star 88. We're live from the Dreamstyle Remodeling Star 88 Studios. Hang on.
For over 40 years, La Salita Restaurant has been serving New Mexican food to Albuquerque. From starters like soups, salads, and Cindy nachos to entrees like chili rellenos, burrito de Eduardo, the BOG burrito, and carne adobada. La Salita is friendly to those who are vegan or gluten-free and offers catering, as well as a rewards program at 1950 Wansabo or online at lasalita.com. Star 88 thanks La Salita for their support.
If you're trapped in a cycle of sin, confess, chances are you have a spiritual stronghold in your life, and God wants to help you get free. This week on Walk in the Word, James McDonald shares the biblical truth necessary to break down our sinful patterns and find freedom through the power of God's Word. Listen Monday through Friday to Walk in the Word.
Make an appointment with James McDonald, weekdays at 12:30 p.m. on our sister station, KNKT 107.1 FM. A supernova on Star 88 with David Jeremiah.
One of the marks of the Antichrist is the fact that he will be a charismatic leader. He will be a man who will be able to sway the masses with his speaking ability. Here in these 3 verses, we are told that he has a mouth speaking great things, that his mouth spoke very great things. Verse 25, he shall speak great words against the Most High. Revelation 13, in the 5th verse there, you will read, and there was given unto him a mouth speaking great things and blasphemings. When he establishes his image, even the image talks, and some people think that the Antichrist empowers the image By his own ventriloquism, he makes the image speak as he would speak. The Antichrist will be noted in his career for wonderful eloquence.
Turning Point with David Jeremiah. Don't miss it on our sister station, KNKT, weekdays at 11 a.m. on 107.1 FM. Star 88, real radio for real life on KLYT, Albuquerque, Santa Fe. The Morning Invasion with Dex and Steve-O on Star 88.
It's Tuesday, my bros. What's happening out there? Morning, Grace, Trisha, Dean, hanging out on Facebook Live. We're also at Star 88 on YouTube. Jessica, Jordan, Randy, Alfred. I don't know how to pronounce that. Kevin, what's up? Marco, welcome to the show on YouTube. Thanks for hanging out with us. You can chime in on the conversation we're having. Talking about these 10 foods that people eat, either like a normal person or a complete weirdo. And so we've already done 5. We've done. We got 4 left here.
Dude, Jordan chimed in on YouTube. His 3-year-old son separates his spaghetti into noodles, meat, and veggies before he'll eat it. And if it's colored pasta, that gets
Wow.
Just separating everything.
Just separating. Okay. That's a little weird. A little weird of you. Yeah, chime in if you guys eat things weird or people make fun of you for eating it a certain way. And I'd like to know also How did you learn that? How did you learn that behavior? Did you learn that behavior from your family, your parents, a friend? Was it passed down? Was it a cultural thing because you lived in a different part of the country or a different part of the world? 505-585-LIVE if you want to text in. Also, phone lines open, 505-338-3700. Good morning. Go ahead, caller.
Morning.
Hi.
So you're talking about food that is like the most weird, right?
Say that again. The what?
So now on live, Dex and Steve are discussing the most weird food people eat.
Yeah, would you like to talk to him?
Yes.
Okay, hold on. Is your radio down? You radio?
Yes.
Okay, make sure. Your energy's a little low. If you could pick it up a couple notches. Your energy up? All right, did you just wake up? Yeah, I can hear you. Your just energy's a little off. If you could bring that up.
Hey, we're going to take you out to Steve-O and Dex live on the radio, so make sure you've got that positive energy up, and we're going to put you on hold for a second and kick you out live with the guys, okay? All right, hang on just a second.
I'm going to get you through here. Hold on. Go ahead, caller. You're all the motivation.
So good morning, everybody. So now you're discussing the most interesting and weird food people eat, right?
Yes, sir.
So, as you remember, on Friday I made a selfie with you, and I told that I'm from Ukraine, right?
Okay.
Yeah!
Maybe you remember.
I met you at the Isotopes bar.
Exactly. Yes, that's me.
This
I told
is
you I'm gonna
Dennis.
call, and I did.
This is Dennis,
Oh,
right?
Dennis.
Your name's Dennis, right?
Yes, that's right. That's right.
I met him at Isotopes Park. He
Nice.
ran up to me, he said he's from Ukraine.
Oh.
He gave me a big hug.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Right on.
Did you notice that I had Social Club Misfits T-shirt?
Oh, I did not notice.
Oh
Your
my gosh,
t-shirt.
you missed it!
I missed your T-shirt.
Come on!
Come on.
Well, okay, our topic was food, right?
Yeah. Do you are you a weirdo when it comes to eating
I
food?
came here and I was blown away
Okay.
because people said it was disgusting. Because what we do back home, we put ketchup on pizza.
On pizza? That's
Yep,
what?
that's right.
I mean, it's made with tomato sauce, right?
I
So it's like
mean-
tomatoes, ketchup.
Yeah,
Is it still within
exactly.
the same?
So I thought it's not gonna make that much difference. Then I grab a can of ketchup and I open it and I got pizza in my hand. My dad is like, "You better not do that again."
I just feel like it's too sweet, maybe, because ketchup's a lot sweeter than just regular pizza sauce. But I don't know. Maybe we're missing out. That's something we got to try.
Well, I don't know. If you want to lose one more listener, probably.
Dennis, it was so good to meet you on Friday. Thank you so much for calling in, man.
Thanks, Dennis.
Oh, you're welcome. That's always fun listening to your morning show.
Right on,
We got
man.
perfect timing. So on the way to school, we have opportunity to listen to your show like 20, 30 minutes sometimes.
Oh, nice.
And then people ask like, do I hate traffic? No, I don't. I get to listen to Morning Invasion for longer.
That is
see?
awesome.
That's how you got to look at it, man.
Way to be positive.
That's cool, man.
Way to be positive.
Thank you so much.
There you go, man.
All right. Hope to beat you someday, buddy.
Talking to you. Thank you.
All
All
right,
right,
man.
man. We'll see you.
Dude.
Have a good day.
You too.
That's cool.
We were at the Isotopes Park. It was Little League night. So the Jeter boys were walking the field with their team, and all the teams were walking by, and I'm like up against the railing taking pictures. And that dude bum rushed me from the field.
Yeah?
He was on the field, so volunteering, helping out with the Little League team, which was really cool, and just bum rushed me to tell me he was Dennis from Ukraine.
That's cool.
He listens to us every day, and I'm like, yeah.
That's awesome.
Breaking down them cultural barriers.
That's so cool.
Making people laugh and their native tongue.
Here's another one, apparently, people do that's weird. Do you twirl your spaghetti or cut it up?
If you say cut it up, I'll fight you. You
Okay.
twirl that.
Yeah.
Give me the things of childhood. See, I will always pull the string cheese apart. I will always twirl my spaghetti.
Yeah.
I'm a child.
90% of us are twirlers.
Good.
10% cut it up.
Do you get all fancy, though? Think like
with
you're
your
at some
spoon?
fancy... Yeah, I'm like...
No, I don't do that.
What is this?
I am the messiest spaghetti
Me
eater
too.
ever.
Heck
I mean,
yeah,
it's
bro.
everywhere. I have to wear a bib. I seriously do. Do you eat ribs with your hands or a knife and fork?
Hands, dude. This is America.
Yeah, knife and fork with ribs.
That makes no sense. You're not going to cut through anything that's bone.
The best part is licking your fingers.
Yeah, I mean,
I love licking the barbecue sauce off.
You just have to make sure that your nails are properly trimmed. You don't want barbecue sauce like up in them nails. That's gross.
And I prefer beef ribs over pork.
Okay. Really?
Yeah, I do.
Okay.
There's not a whole lot of meat on them, but I just prefer them.
Yeah. Okay.
Let's see. 14% said they use a knife and fork when they eat their ribs. You're weird.
Grace twirls and cuts. Gosh, guys.
You do both. That's weird. That's weird. 505-585-LIVE. You can text into the show.
Rachel said when she worked at a steakhouse, they had multiple people who would put ketchup on their steak, also ranch. If you put anything on a steak, you just ruin that cut of meat.
See, as I get older, I don't need the ranch. It's almost like I'm growing up from a child.
On a steak?
Yeah.
Like I see
I
people
think it's
like
so good.
popping that like A1 on it or something, and I just freak out because you are ruining a good cut of meat.
Oh my gosh, dude!
If it is cooked well, if you
No,
grill
you're
that
right.
thing well,
Now, if it's a good steak, you don't need it. But there's something about the ranch and the steak together. I think it's beautiful. It's a beautiful combination.
Oh gosh. See, Seth, A1 all day, man. Gosh. We can't be
Heinz
friends.
57.
No, that's even worse. That's like ghetto A1, man.
That's ghetto A1.
Yes. I hate it. It's like they took A1 and then put ketchup in it and then they like shook it up a little bit. And they're like, yeah, man, steak sauce. Totally. That is not steak sauce. Oh gosh.
2 more here on the list. Do you pour dressing on your salad or keep it on the side for dipping?
You pour it.
You
although
pour it.
I will say I did see someone recently doing that and it was really weird to me. And they said, but that way you get an equal amount of ranch on everything. And I'm like, well, that actually makes sense.
I thought you were going to say it was because of a diet or something. Because usually that's how they control the calories.
So what I'll do, like, I keep referencing this local pizza joint, but they give you the salad to go. It's always got the lid on it. I'll pour the ranch or whatever in there and then close the lid back up and shake that up.
That's a good idea, yeah.
Because then you still get equal part ranch on everything.
That's a good call.
Shimon.
I wish they would actually bring out a bottle of ranch instead of like a ketchup bottle. Why can't we have a bottle of ranch bottle at my table?
I'm like, they have those.
But they don't bring them out.
You can buy them at
Yeah,
the store.
but when I'm at a restaurant, should I just carry a bottle of ranch in my fanny pack? Is that what I should
That's
do?
a good question, actually.
Why can't I
you
have that?
just get an extra side of ranch?
Next time at a restaurant, I'm going to ask for the bottle. Can I just have the bottle, please? Because they never bring enough ranch out. I just want the bottle. Yeah, just don't waste your time putting it in those little cups.
Oh, man. Amazing.
All right. 92% pour their dressing on their salad. 8% are dippers.
Okay.
And number 1, do you eat mac and cheese with a fork or a spoon?
Whatever's available. Like that one to me is just, I don't know. 4.
Nah, it's everybody. 81% said fork. 19% said spoon.
Well, that's because if you don't get it on the spoon, like how are you going to get that random? Because sometimes, man, that cheese is so slippery. So you're trying to get it on the spoon and it's just not going to happen. You got to like try and stab that. But then inevitably it's like, whoop.
You know what I had recently? Truffle mac and cheese.
Ooh.
Oh,
this weekend,
so good.
Chrissy brought it back to like 5th grade soccer because we had shells and cheese and hot dogs for lunch. I was like, cool, man. Where are the orange slices? Can I get a Capri Sun?
Where's the orange slices? Oh, my gosh.
That was like the lunch that we had. It's still so weird to me. But that's like her family.
That's hilarious.
Shells and cheese and hot dogs.
Okay. Yeah.
Cool, man.
That's so white trash.
Yes, we have a vintage 2012 Capri Sun. This one is Ecto Cooler.
It's so vintage. It's so vintage. That's so funny. Oh, man. 505-585-LIVE. You can text in. Any other weird people out
Mac
there?
and cheese with Doritos?
Oh, wow.
That is their
sounds
jam?
awesome.
That does, right? Somebody said when I eat salad, I save the croutons for last and butter them with dressing before I eat them by themselves.
Ooh, butter them with dressing.
Okay.
Hmm.
Yeah. Somebody said, do you eat your Frito pie with a spoon or a fork? Your hands.
Yeah.
It's Fritos, man. Your hands.
Right? Your hands.
And then at the end, you just...
Why did God give us hands? Huh?
Yeah. Phone line's blowing up with people and their weird ideas.
Yeah.
Oh, gosh. Mayo, ketchup, and mustard mixed together to dip on your...
See,
dip
I
your
do the
corn
mayo
dog
and
in.
ketchup, but not the mustard.
No, dude.
Mayo
it's
and
just...
ketchup together? Mwah.
No, dude.
I still got to try
It's just
that.
mustard, man.
Your cheese and what was it? The fiery what was it? The
cream cheese and
no, like you did it the other day.
Me. Oh yeah, the nacho cheese and flamin' hot Cheetos.
Flamin' Hot Cheetos.
Yeah,
I got to try that.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Somebody said I like to eat my spaghetti wrapped in a flour tortilla, spaghetti burrito. P.S.
Yeah.
From the 505 where we eat everything with the tortilla.
Yeah, I'm telling spaghetti tacos, man. That's a delicious.
I remember back in the day,
delicious meal.
Everything went in a tortilla, mostly because we were out of bread. So it'd be like peanut butter and jelly, tortilla.
Yeah.
Spaghetti, tortilla.
Mm-hmm.
Mac and cheese, tortilla. You just, Yep. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Everything goes in a tortilla, man. There's nothing wrong with that. All right, you guys can continue to chime in. Let's switch gears, though. Let's talk about this petition.
I don't want to. Oh, I hate this. I hate
You love
everything
this.
about this.
You're on the fence, man. Because let's face it, no one likes to say no.
No,
right?
This is a stupid
A lot of people
culture.
don't like saying no. The only people that love to say no is toddlers.
How many people have actually signed this petition?
27,000 signatures. 27,000 signatures. All right, so the internet has gone crazy over this, and they put up a petition on change.org to get rid of the word no and replace it with yesn't. It's kind of like how the opposite of should is shouldn't. They think the opposite of yes would be a mix of yes and not, which is yesn't.
38,000 people now have signed this petition. I just
38,000? Wow. Yesent comes from the Urban Dictionary, where it was posted 10 years ago with the meaning, quote, a conjunction meaning maybe yes and maybe no.
So then here's what kills me is they want to replace the word no with a word that doesn't necessarily mean no.
You're right. That doesn't
They're
make any sense.
redefining it in a culture where right now people are saying, hey, no means no.
No means no.
We don't want to change the
Yeah.
word no
Yeah.
in a culture where sometimes dudes have a hard time hearing the word no.
Right. That's a great call.
We need to say no.
Mm-hmm.
This is stupid. By the way, Kelly chimed in and said, after the segment you guys just had, I will no longer wonder why our country is battling obesity.
Oh, yeah. No kidding.
We
right?
have lots of problems in this country, y'all.
Oh, yeah.
Obesity, yesn't.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, man. This is the stupidest petition.
505-338-3700. You know what? Now, I mean, you basically just shut down the topic.
Sorry.
I mean, no, I mean, it's okay. But, I mean, we should just end it at that because you're right.
Well, my question is, and Starmy, help me out with this one. The question is, why do we have such a hard time with no? You know how often we get mad at God because he didn't answer our prayer right away, or because a door closed or there was a no involved, right?
Yeah.
Like, oh my gosh.
Yeah.
We rebel and we bicker and we try everything we can. We'll plead with him. We'll bargain with him. Sometimes we just need to hear a no.
Hey, I want what I want, and I want it right now. That's usually the mentality a lot of times.
38,000 people have signed this petition to change the word no in the English language to yesn't.
Yeah, I don't know if those 38,000 people really have thought that one through.
Right. Well, we're in a culture where everybody gets a trophy. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Everybody gets that participation trophy. Somebody said, who wants to sign my petition? I just posted at change.org to have yesent people deported. Somebody said, this sounds like the kind of petition I would sign because it's so ludicrous rather than because I actually wanted it to happen. You can't replace a word in a language with a petition. Government doesn't regulate our language. Somebody said, this is the stupidest thing I've heard. I teach grammar. The opposite of yes is not yes, not. Just like the opposite of down is not up, not. Wait. Somebody else said that's 27,000 punches to the throat. Somebody said, I can't program a computer as Y equals yes and Y equals yesn't.
Okay.
I need an N for no.
So I'm reading a lot of the reasons why people are signing this, and they're okay. I'm signing this because I'm Batman. Okay. Someone else said we need correct grammar in this country. This is yesn't the best idea ever. Yesent isn't the only way to say no. No is too simple. They signed it for the LOLs. Yeah. Okay. Yep.
Somebody said yesent breaks the rules of English language. You can't use nt unless the word is a modal or auxiliary verb. Duh. Clearly, this shouldn't happen.
Okay. This person said, this shall fulfill my civil duty as a proud American citizen by signing this petition. You should too. Oh my gosh. I have yesent idea why I'm signing this.
Somebody chimed in on our YouTube Live and said, this is most likely the current generation that eats Tide Pods.
Yeah. This one said,
we laugh, but that's our future, man. When I'm like 80 years old, these are the people that are going to be running our country.
Tyler, who signed it, said, this will help me find the meaning of life. This is it, guys. Yesent more pain. Yesent more problems. Okay, well.
Trista says this would get so confusing. People don't really fully listen, so when they hear yesent, all they're going to hear is yes.
Yeah, right? Yeah, we're talking about this petition on change.org where, I guess, what, you said 38,000?
38,000 people.
It's gone viral. People want to get rid of the word no and replace it with the more ambiguous term yesent. And yesent, according to the Urban Dictionary, means, which has been there for about 10 years, means maybe yes, maybe no. Okay.
Somebody said my wife and I preached one time on what to do when God says no. It was the hardest message to preach. No is difficult but necessary.
Yeah.
Somebody said we hate no because we're self-centered, prideful jerks. We think we know better than God.
It's true.
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah, man. Somebody said English rules are more like guidelines because did you know that there are more words that break the I before E rule than there are words that follow it?
The English language is ridiculous.
Yeah, it's pretty bad.
Yeah.
But yes and yesent, really, guys?
Yeah. I'm 38 years old and I still don't understand it.
What? The English language?
Yeah,
or yes and yes.
I can't read all that well. I mean, I still am confused on punctuation and.
Gray says people are signing it because they're raising sensitive. Can't try because it's too hard. Can't hear because no one can't hear. Gosh, Grace can't hear no because I'll shoot up a school crybabies. Gosh,
okay,
it's pretty harsh.
Wow,
but it's sad but true. Like
and
we're
Metallica.
a culture where we just can't. Yeah, you know, Metallica didn't invent the term "sad but true." Thanks, Swami Rob.
Oh, man. That's good.
But it is. It's so true right now. Like, no is such a hard term. People just don't like it.
No doesn't really mean no. It just means not now.
I'm going to punch you. I think we hear that we've heard that sometimes.
Yeah.
Like, especially when it comes to God, people will say that. Well, no doesn't necessarily mean no. It just means not right now. And maybe you're not prepared for whatever it is that God has planned for you. And that can be true. But I think we take that and try and use that in other areas of our lives where no, it just means no, man.
Yeah.
And we need to recognize those closed doors. And it can motivate you or push you in a different direction. Levi on Friday was hanging out with the staff, and he was talking about the idea that sometimes you don't get to do the thing that you want, like as far as, oh, I see somebody else doing this task, and you're like, oh, man, if only I could do that. If only I had that job. I just want to do that. And sometimes God says, no, because that's not what you were created for. And it frees you up to do the thing that he has actually created you to do so that you're working at full capacity and you're doing your best. We always like envy and want what other people have or jobs, positions, places, whatever. It's like, if only I had, it's like, dude, that's not for you. That's for them because that's what God has called them to do. Now that you don't have that and that door is completely closed, it'll just open you up for whatever it is God has created you for. There's a lot of other things you can do.
What have you asked for recently that you haven't got?
A new co-host.
Wow. I mean, you almost got that. You almost.
I know. I was the guys.
Almost.
I was this close.
You know, but hey, God had other plans. So I'm here. I'm back. I mean, who gets to go on vacation for a month?
I know,
and come back
right?
to the job? It's God thing. God thing, right?
Yeah. Yesn't.
Last thing I asked for?
Yeah.
I want 100,000 subscribers on Instagram.
100,000?
Yeah, because that's when you start getting paid, man.
Wait, what?
Yeah. Every post, get like 5 G's. I want to make that Instagram money.
That is such a lie.
You guys can follow me, Dex Toth. That's DEXTOTH on Instagram, so I get to 100,000. Appreciate it.
Yeah, I can't, honestly, like you said that, and I was trying to be funny, and I'm like, I can't remember the last thing I really was like pushing for. Yeah. I need this. I got my New York Comic Con press passes. That was cool.
See, you got that.
Yeah,
you get
cool.
everything you want.
Yeah.
Wow, you're just spoiled rotten.
Got that this week. I was like, thank you. Yeah.
Yeah, there's a couple other words. I don't know why we have to change it to yesn't. I mean, what's wrong with just nah, yeah? What's wrong with that? Nah, yeah. It's like, nah, yeah.
No, dude.
Nah, yeah. Same thing, right? It's not really no. Not really yes. Nah, yeah.
Yeah, no.
No, it's nah, yeah.
No.
I like that. Nah, yeah. That's how they say it down in the South.
Somebody chimed in and said, Dex, I hate the English language. I'm 38 and I still don't understand it. The entire Starmie. Yeah, we know.
I know, exactly. That's why I said it.
Somebody said, let your yes be yes and your yesn't be yesn't.
Okay. Yeah. Okay, well, obviously this is ridiculous.
Mm-hmm.
And but how many do you have to for them to change it? When you put a petition on change.org,
it means nothing.
It doesn't mean anything?
You need to get to 50,000 before they'll even look at it, but the government does not regulate the English language. We cannot. Yes, the government's not going to go, 50,000 people said we should change the word from no to yes.
Yeah, right.
We should do that.
President Trump, he's probably all over this.
Maybe it's not just people who don't like hearing the word no, it's people who can't say the word no. I was definitely a yes man for the longest time.
Yeah.
I couldn't say no to anything. And then I was like overworked, overburdened, just terrible as a dad, as a husband, because I would just say yes to everything else.
Yeah, there is that balance because we talked about this before. No. You need to, but at the same time, you want to put yourself out there and you want to be put in situations that can open up other situations, allow God to work, You want to be able to make, good relationships with people and network with people. And, that's when you think about all of the huge life changes, the things that, completely changed your life, it was because you went and did something, right? You weren't just sitting at home.
Right.
Yeah. You actually went out there and you were doing something.
Yeah.
So there's a balance, I guess.
Yeah.
All right, we got to go to break. 505-585-LIVE if you'd like to text into the show. What do we got coming up here? 5 common underwear mistakes you might be making. I needed filler. Needed filler. A monkey got loose in San Antonio at the airport. We'll talk about that. 5 random facts coming up. 505-338-3700 if you'd like to call into the show. We'll check the voicemails as well when we come back. And we're live on Facebook and YouTube. What's up, Jarrett? Ruth, Grace, hanging out on Facebook. Kevin, Ryan, Jessica, Shandy, all hanging out on YouTube. Thank you so much for joining us. Star 88 on YouTube and Facebook. We're live from the Dreamstyle Remodeling Star 88 Studios. We'll be right back.
We all want the best future for our children. Our next generation of leaders need a strong foundation. With small classes, a great sports program, and affordable tuition, Evangel Christian Academy strives to equip students for the work God has for them. ECA's mission is to shape and empower the Christ-loving leaders of tomorrow. By using a leadership-driven and individualized learning model, our staff can better prepare your student to stand strong in their faith and be ready for the real world. ECA also utilizes dual credit through C&M by offering 4 courses on our Academy campus taught by our staff. Since 1976, Evangel Christian Academy has been serving children from preschool through 12th grade and is fully accredited. We are located at 4501 Montgomery Boulevard Northeast in Albuquerque and are currently enrolling for the 2018-19 school year. Please contact Evangel Christian Academy for a tour today at 505-883-4674 or go online to ecanm.info. That's ecanm.info.
Abraham Lincoln reminds us, remember that some things legally right are not morally right. Star 88 with a solar flare.
She said
examines the life of David in this Star PowerPoint.
This is why you and this is why I have the potential to resent our parents more than anyone else. Because our hope was, or perhaps still is, in them. You never placed much hope in that couple living across the street, did you? Your parents could make you so mad, but you were always polite to the neighbors, which made your parents so mad. And you continued to be polite to your neighbors. I mean, this is true of you who are parents, right? You have a son or a daughter that's driving you crazy, and when they're with friends, they're so polite, and you're thinking, I knew that was in you. Why can't you do that at home? Or somebody brings your son or daughter back and say, they are such a gentleman, she's such a lady, and you look to make sure they brought the right kids home. You know, what is that, right? But again, it's the nature of wherever we place our hope, that is where our trust is. And wherever we place our trust, that's where our hope is.
That's Andy Stanley with a PowerPoint on Star 88.
What's going on in the news today?
The conservative majority of the Supreme Court ruled that businesses can bar employees from banding together in disputes over pay and workplace conditions, forcing them into arbitration.
The Dow added 298 points. The Nasdaq climbed 39. The S&P rose 20 points. The Dow up 1.2% for the year.
Olympic swimmer Ariana Cooker-Smith and her lawyers say they're suing USA Swimming for not doing enough to protect her.
Don't throw that old cell phone in the trash. The same advice goes for old laptops and many power tools, too. The lithium batteries inside them can and do cause fires, even explosions at trash and recycling centers.
Former President Obama and wife Michelle have signed a multi-year deal with Netflix, saying the Obamas would produce a diverse mix of content, potentially including a scripted and unscripted series, documentaries, or features.
A Western Massachusetts man has pleaded guilty to plotting a domestic terror attack.
The country's first female CIA director, Gina Haspel, telling the agency,
I want each of you to know that I took on the position of director because I want to represent you as well as lead you.
Welcome to the show, everybody. Live from the Dreamstar Remodeling Star 88 Studios. Facebook and YouTube Live. You guys can go watch the show, be a part of it, chime in. We're like a big family just hanging out together Monday through Friday. Love you guys. What's the live line number?
505-585-LIVE. That's 505-585-5483. If you want to text in the show, hang out with me.
You can also call the live line as well. You can text, but you can also call. Let's check the live line. Hopefully it's better than yesterday's.
Next message. G'day, mate.
Yes.
I'm Owen Stevens, and you're listening to another episode of Adventures in the Wild. Last time, we talked about the effect hecklers can have on humans. Today, we'll be looking at the opposite, how people can affect wildlife. In this case, we're looking at a mockingbird. Mockingbirds are beautiful creatures with powerful voices, and they're well known for mimicking the calls and sounds of other creatures around them. This is a problem when they get too close to people. Here's a Sheila now, Laurel. Now, she is a beauty, but nobody can tell what she's saying anymore. Yanny. Even I'm not sure what that bird is saying, but golly, she's gorgeous. Hella. Unbelievable. This is just one example of how humans affect and interact with animals. For more, join me next time on Adventures in the Wild.
Oh my gosh. I love that.
That was a voicemail?
That's a voicemail, guys.
Incredible.
505-585-LIVE. You can text, but you can also call and leave a voicemail.
I wanted to call in, and I want to be serious about this, and I wanted to give a big shout-out to Dex. Dex, this is a real shout-out. I'm not going to pull jokes or anything. I've been sick since about 2011. Grew up with a really rough life, and a lot of drugs, a lot of abuse. Horrible stuff. I'll spare the details, but regardless, I was saved in 2011. And Jackson actually thought have relevancy in this because I used to listen to you guys on the old station, on the old morning show. And every morning, every once in a while, you know, between the break, the jokes and whatnot, Tex would talk about this loving God. And I spent a lot of those years cynical, and it would actually make me kind of angry. Really angry. Fast forward to about 2011, I had a 3-year-old son and a 5-year-old daughter crying on the side of the road in Mexico, of all places.
Your phone
and
breaking up.
But you can't imagine what a profound effect Jesus has had on my life and God has had on my life. Literally every morning. And I just want to say thank you. Love you, man.
I just say love you. Thank you so being a
Maybe if you're gonna call the live line, don't call from like the Hamus Springs.
It's time to upgrade from Cricket.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Well, I kind of wish I could have heard that whole story, you know? All right, here is some rules when you're going to call the live line. Number 1, roll your window up. No smoking ciggies while you're leaving voicemails, okay? Number 2, make sure you have good service. Is there an option to actually listen back, I wonder, after you record a message? Maybe there is. Maybe you should listen back. But, caller, I would appreciate you. Okay? If you could. Thank you. Do that again. That's it. That's all we got on the live line.
Oh, cool.
All right. Thank
Cool.
you. Thank you
Yeah.
so much, guys. Again, if those two, let us know if you want. We have a copy of Samson on DVD. It's a beautiful movie. Oh, it's not. It's terrible. If you want it, let us know. I mean, just can't give these things away, you know? They're just not flying off the shelf. But you know what? If you want one, you got it. All right. Do you want to talk about the 5 common underwear mistakes you might be making? Or a monkey got loose yesterday at the San Antonio airport?
Monkey got
loose. Why can't you do it? Why can't you set your monkey free? Shut the monkey.
All right.
Yeah. Too much monkey business. Everybody's got something to hide. That's for me and my monkey. Brass monkey, chunky, that funky monkey.
Here's your headline. Monkey at San Antonio airport captured after escaping from crate. Whoa. Authorities say a monkey went bananas after escaping from its crate Monday at the San Antonio International Airport. The monkey made its escape as it was being transported from a plane to the baggage area. American Airlines said that San Antonio Aviation Department and officials from the San Antonio Zoo all responded to the scene to help capture the monkey, who was en route to his new home. And he's 10. His name is Dawkins. He's a research animal. Guys, pray for Dawkins. Probably just torturing that poor monkey. Yeah, he went wild. It was like chasing a loose cat. I can only imagine a monkey or a baboon going around the airport. I'm just glad we caught it and it's safe, but it was pretty hectic for us at the airport today. I would love to just be chilling at the airport and all of a sudden you just see that's a monkey, and then you see a group of like security people just try to chase it down. Right?
Yeah, but that sounds like a chimpanzee. Like, what kind of monkey was it?
It was a monkey. It was a monkey.
But I mean, is it like Marcel the monkey from like Friends, or is it like an actual like?
It's a research
chimp.
It says it's a 10-year-old I don't know. Macaca monkey. I'm not sure.
Yeah, I saw in my backyard, in my home, the monkey jumping the roof, the another house, and the tree and another house.
What color is it?
It was look like brown, dark brown.
Brown. And you're saying a monkey?
Yes. It look like 2 or 3 feet, more or less.
About 3 feet?
Yes.
Okay.
These are terrifying looking monkeys, by the way.
Oh,
it's
that
like the
monkey?
one from yes.
Oh, those are scary.
Yeah,
They got giant, like, vampire teeth.
they do. They look mean and scary, but he also kind of.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, creepy looking monkey, guys.
Imagine getting bit by that thing.
No,
Yeah.
I could not imagine.
How the heck did it get out of its cage?
Right. Being in an airport and this giant monkey comes after you.
Glad the Petersons weren't there. They were
in San Antonio.
They were in San Antonio. I bet you.
I
Bill
feel like
probably
I'd
let the
be
monkey out.
happy with my life that day. Be like, you know what? Yeah, man. My job is not terrible.
Yep. Yeah.
I've had bad days at work, but I've never had chasing down a monkey in the
Right?
airport days. So
Exactly. That's funny.
somebody said, man, I would love to see the TSA chase down a monkey.
That's so funny.
Is that a monkey? I saw the monkey and he was just like standing on the carts, and this lady was trying to come over and to try to get him, and then we saw the cart guy from Walmart kind of coming over to help her. All of a sudden the monkey jumps on him, and then she runs over and pushes the guy away. When we posted it on Facebook, we just did it for fun. Like, we go to Walmart, we just moved to Lancaster, and there's a monkey.
Oh man, that's crazy. Get out of here, kid.
Why can't you do it? Why can't you set your monkey free?
Thank you. We'll keep you up to date on this message as it unfolds. Make sure the monkey's fine. Again, the monkey's name was Dawkins, if you want to say a prayer for him. I appreciate that. I'm sure he would too. All right. Underwear? I have the 5 common underwear mistakes you might be making. This is no joke. This is a big thing. And I really am very curious to see if I'm making any of these mistakes.
Today is all about like things we're doing incorrectly culturally.
There's always a theme. There's always a theme.
Lately, have you noticed that? Like, seriously,
Yeah,
every
we
show,
didn't even
it's like,
plan that.
We didn't plan it.
This
It's
is
like
how it
a
happens.
theme. What we've learned incorrectly that we've had to relearn.
All right. Let's see if we are doing this all wrong. Okay?
Okay.
All right. When's the last time you bought some new underwear?
Regularly, actually.
Really?
Yeah. Socks and underwear.
See,
not
I'm
joking.
terrible at this. I just recently bought some, but it had been a while since.
It seems like every month or so when we go to the old Target or somewhere, you know what I mean? I'm like, package of socks, package of underwear.
A recent study found that you should be throwing out your underwear and buying new ones every year.
Oh, I crushed that.
Okay.
Crush that.
It's because bacteria like E. coli can build up even if you wash them regularly, and you can cause some nasty infections. Okay. All right.
It's good to know.
All right. Putting them in the dryer. Apparently that's bad.
Wait, what?
I think. Let's see. The heat in a dryer breaks down fabric, so the elastic in your waistband will stretch out over time. It's better to air dry your underwear.
I had no idea.
Wow.
Okay. Doing that wrong.
Mistake. See, this is good, guys.
Yeah.
We're learning. Do you wear your underwear to bed?
Yeah. Yeah, I do. Next.
It keeps that area from getting air, and there's the possibility of trapped moisture causing problems. Apparently, you're not supposed to wear your underwear to bed. Another
This is
mistake.
weird.
We've already hit 2 mistakes.
Yeah, I'm going to keep making that mistake.
What do they want you to wear?
Okay.
How about wearing the wrong size? That's the worst thing about underwear. Sometimes you
Yeah.
get the wrong size.
Yeah.
Yeah. If they're too tight, that's not fun.
This is why you have children.
What?
I hand them down. I've done that before. I'm like, I swear I was
You
a
hand your
32.
underwear down? That's awful.
Not hand them down, but like
So they have to
I'll
wear
buy
them?
them and be like, nope, this was the wrong size. I need one size larger.
Oh, now
Here you go,
changing the
Jeter Boys.
story now. I'm freaking out. Sure. Can't believe you've been wearing them for over a year and you
bro!
hand them down?
Hand me downs, bro.
Dude, my grandma, she used to get us underwear at the Nearly New. The Nearly New is it's a thrift store in Innis. And she would get used underwear and socks and
Nope.
give him as presents.
No.
Thank you.
No.
Big old hash brown in the middle. All right. You're wearing the wrong size. Underwear that's too big looks saggy and messy, but too tight underwear is even worse because it can cause chafing and irritation. That makes sense. I think
And it
my
can
underwear's
hurt
too tight.
Your hips, bro.
Yeah.
Too tight.
I'm making 3 mistakes. 3 out of 4 right now.
All right, here we go.
Last one?
Yeah.
Not wearing cotton. You wearing cotton?
Yeah, dude.
Yeah?
Duh.
You touching
Was
cotton?
this 1990? Like silk?
I used to wear silk boxers.
Right.
Back in the 90s.
like 1990.
Not a
when
good
people
thing.
thought it was cool.
Not a good thing when a kid is transforming into a man to wear silk boxers. Just glad those
weird.
don't exist anymore.
I'm sure they do.
Well,
Or this wouldn't be part of your
That's
study
true.
thing here.
I haven't seen silk boxers.
By the way, I'm
store,
saying
have you?
your Chip. Just so.
Really? Hey, I got it approved, by the way. This was
That's true,
all
actually.
approved.
That's true.
So yeah, the number one common mistake is not wearing cotton. Silk and synthetic fabrics don't breathe like cotton does, which can create a breeding ground for bacteria.
Rodney says, first of all, we're saying this whole break wrong. It's called chonies, bro.
Chonies?
Yeah. Yeah.
Is that French for underwear?
That's the New Mexico term.
Oh. Yeah. So you know what? How many, Starmy? How many mistakes out of the 5?
Is this like earlier we were talking about things that we do incorrect, like how we're weird by the way we eat? Is this all just our parents teaching us poorly or not teaching us?
Yeah.
Because I'll tell you what.
I think that's a
you
good
know what
call.
I'm still terrible at? Shaving.
You're terrible at shaving?
I'm like weird about it. Do you just immediately shave upside down?
Or
do you go?
I go first. I go with the grain.
Yeah.
And then
And
when
then you go against
then
the
I
grain?
go against the
See,
grain.
I just immediately go against the grain.
Do you get a bunch of
no
cuts or anything or
No.
ingrown hairs?
Nope.
No. Well, then you're fine.
Oh.
I mean, if you get razor burn or if you get ingrown hairs and stuff, then you're doing it wrong. But but I usually go with the grain and then against it. But I usually don't shave all that much. I mean, just recently I shaved, but
Yeah.
that's rare. I think because I look
Remember
so
the
young.
Starmy said I failed 4 out of the 5.
Wow, 4 out of the 5?
Yeah.
I hit 3 out of 5. I hit 3 of those mistakes, man.
Dougie says he puts his chonies on by making the 4- and 8-year-old sons hold them up while he launches
Oh my
into them
gosh.
Olympic gymnastic style.
Oh,
that's how
that's
you're
great.
supposed to do it, right? That's how they were taught.
Yep. 5 underwear mistakes you're probably making, and yep, we sure are.
But who are you supposed to learn that from?
Yeah,
I mean,
that's-
if not us. Because we're trying to change the
Exactly.
culture here.
We're an educational show.
Yeah.
We're just teaching you guys.
Changing the culture.
But you're right. I think that, I mean, if you're a parent out there, that's your job is to teach your kids on how to succeed in life.
See, I'm telling you guys, this is really good because this is like our culture. If they don't learn from you, they're going to learn from the culture. Like when I was a kid, I always wore my underwear on the outside of my pants because Superman.
Yeah?
Yeah, man.
Huh.
He wears them on the outside.
Yeah. he
The red
does.
ones.
Yeah.
The trunks.
You used to do that, huh?
Yeah.
Wow.
Always.
Wow.
Batman and Superman do it. Why not me?
Did you wear a cape?
No.
Oh. But
No.
you'd wear your underwear on.
Yeah.
Outside of your
I was the
pants.
boy wonder.
Yeah. Yep. Not all heroes wear capes.
Well, Robin actually had a cape.
I don't know.
You got to raise them up in the way they shall go. When they're older, they will not depart from it.
Yep.
Because if you don't teach them, Superman will.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah.
I think that's the lesson we learned.
Yeah, that's the lesson. What mistakes are you making with your underwear? Chime in. That's the topic right now.
That's not-
5-0.
that's-
Okay.
That is not the topic, although everybody is chiming in on that.
What's your mistake?
2 out of 5, 1 out of 5, 2 out of 5.
Really, it's what's the biggest mistake you've ever made in your life?
No, that's not the topic.
Let's bring it back.
That's
No?
also not the topic.
What's a mistake that you've recently made that everybody made fun of you for?
What?
That's a pretty good one.
I mean,
You know, maybe you didn't realize it. You know, maybe
that you were making a mistake?
Yeah, it's almost like, my dad calling the ditch on the side of the road a burrow pit, and then I say burrow pit one day in a conversation, and everybody
Mocked you.
Mocked me and made fun of me.
Does anybody use that term, though? Is that really like a Montana term?
No.
It's
not
not
at
called
all.
a burrow pit?
No. And you know what? It's only my dad's family. I can't find anybody. I was watching some Discovery Channel thing, and some guy was talking about the dump. It's like a landfill. That's a burrow pit. It's like a landfill.
There is actually a term called burrow pit.
Yeah, landfill.
Ish. It's in construction and civil engineering, basically a landfill.
Yeah, but where did my dad learn that? And then my Uncle George, I'm in San Diego, and he says the same thing. He said burrow pit, and I about lost it. I'm like, oh my gosh, it's my dad's side of the family. They learned it in Michigan or something. That's where they grew up.
Oh, and you know what? I'm saying burrow pit, but that's spelled borrow pit.
Oh.
In construction.
It's borrow pit?
Yeah.
Saying it wrong.
Well,
See,
I mean,
when I'm
how would
saying
you
that
spell
right?
burrow?
Burrow?
Yeah.
B-U-R-R-O-W?
Okay, exactly. Okay.
Is that how you spell it?
Yeah.
Borrow pit?
I found borrow pit.
What is it? A different
Not
meaning? What's a borrow? What's a borrow pit?
A borrow pit is what you were saying, like a
Oh.
landfill near construction
So
sites.
what's a burrow pit?
Nothing.
Oh. It's nothing. What's your mistake, Stormy member? Go ahead.
I want to call in about the topic, maybe some help.
Go ahead, caller.
I think I've consistently bought the wrong size of underwear for the last 10 years.
Go ahead, caller.
They always seem to ride up. I can never find the right size to just hang out.
Okay.
Burrow pit.
Burrow pit. Borrow pit?
Burrow pit. I found
borrow.
burrow pit.
Borrow?
Dictionary of American Regional English.
Borrow pit.
Also known as a burrow ditch. So he's not wrong.
Maybe we should call my dad when we come.
Your dad was technically wrong. No. Somebody else said my dad's family calls the TV remote a speeder.
A speeder?
To this day, I still don't get it, and I refuse to say it. They call the remote a speeder.
I love that. A speeder. Hand me that
man,
speeder.
Hand me the speeder.
Hand me the speeder.
Y'all seen the clicker? I've heard clicker before.
Clicker, yeah. Yep. Hand me the stick. The speeder. All right. Well, hopefully you guys learned something. We don't want, nasty bacteria infections growing in your underwear. 505-585-LIVE. You want to text into the show. We're also on Facebook Live and YouTube at Star88. You can watch the show. We're live from the Dreamstar Remodeling Star 88 Studios. We'll be right back.
A Star 88 Supernova. Here's Rick Warren.
Will you keep praying when the answer isn't immediate, isn't quick, isn't instant, isn't immediate and all of a sudden there? Will you throw a temper tantrum and say, God, you're not fair, and God, you made all these promises and you're not keeping them? Let me show you an example of this. 2 Chronicles chapter 32, verse 31. God left Hezekiah. He was a king, a very good king. God left Hezekiah on his own for a while. Whoa, to see what he would do. God wanted to test his heart. And before God answers your prayer for a breakthrough, he's going to test your heart. I'm telling you this as your friend. God is going to test your heart before the breakthrough happens. And he wants to know, are you ready to handle the blessing?
Catch Rick Warren's Daily Hope on KNKT 107.1 weekdays at 7:30 a.m.
Do you believe God wants to engage you in a personal relationship? Or is that just wishful thinking? Not according to James McDonald. Listen up.
God doesn't confront us very often until we are by ourselves. And my hope and prayer for this message is going to produce an unusual impetus for you to get some extended time alone with your Bible open and a pen and a journal beside you, and that you're going to invite God to confront you.
Listen Up is a production of Walk in the Word, a ministry that's all about igniting passion in the people of God through the proclamation of truth. For Bible study resources and more, go to jamesmcdonald.com.
This is KLYT, Albuquerque, Santa Fe, New Mexico's fresh alternative.
My feet were made to march like thunder, my lips to praise in awe and wonder. My hands hold power and my lungs breathe fire. Holy Spirit fire, Holy Spirit fire. All on your love I stand, because of who you are. I know who I am. Wherever I will go, wherever you will lead, I never walk alone. Your spirit is with me. Oh, you're with me as I go, so I will not be afraid. You call me to be brave. In you, no height, no depth, no fear can shake me. Held firm, your hands will never fail me. I won't lose strength, for your strength is mine. You will be my light through the darkest night. All on your love I stand, because of who you are. I know who I am. Wherever I will go, wherever you will lead, I never walk alone. Your spirit is with me. Oh, you're with me as I go, so I will not be afraid. You call me to be brave. In you,
Rise up, stand on faith. I will not be afraid. Your spirit lives inside. Your spirit is alive.
Rise up, stand on faith. I will not be afraid. Your spirit lives inside. Your spirit is alive. Rise up, stand on faith. I will not be afraid. Your spirit is alive. Your spirit is alive. Wherever I will go, wherever you will lead, I never walk alone. Your spirit is with me. Oh, you're with me as I go, so I will not be afraid. You call me to be brave. In you,
Listen, are you receiving my signal? Zero distortion, sir.
The Morning Invasion with Dex and Steve-O.
You've spent 4 years studying, writing papers, giving presentations, taking tests, and preparing for the real world. Congratulations, graduate. Now, repeat after me. May I take your order, please? Sorry, but that's what you get with a liberal arts degree. Maybe you should have studied more and taken a business or computer class. Maybe you should have paid attention in class and applied yourself instead of burying your face in your smartphone. Now, where were we? Oh, yes. Would you like fries with that? Good luck out there, smarty pants.
Yep. Let's practice together. Would you like fries with that?
Would you like fries with that?
Hi. Would you like fries with that today? Would you like that biggie sized?
Biggie sized?
Yeah, biggie sized. Yeah.
Now it's like throwing me off when you roll up to a drive-thru and it's like a fake person. Have you noticed that?
Stupid computer that comes
Yeah,
on
it's like,
first, and it
"Hi,
totally gets you every
welcome
time.
to wherever.
Yeah.
Would you like to try our new McChicken, old McChicken?
Yeah, that sounds great. That sounds awesome.
Yeah, hello?
What? Yeah. Hello?
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, I wanted that thing that you just said.
What thing?
What?
I
No,
didn't
that you
say
just
anything.
said that you just asked if I wanted that.
I didn't say anything.
Okay. Well,
would you like to order?
No, I'm going. Bye.
I hate that thing. And then sometimes they'll like interrupt it mid-sentence.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I don't know. I don't know what I want to try now.
It's the exact same thing when you call and you're going to leave a voicemail, but the person on the other end that left the voicemail message said, tries to act like they've picked up the phone, and you start talking and they're like, I'm just kidding. Leave a message. Beep.
Oh, gosh.
Feel so embarrassed afterwards. Yeah. Guys, graduation. Woo! Man, you just got done. It took you 10 years to get your
You're a doctor.
education.
You better be.
About $400,000 in debt. But you know what? You got that piece of paper. That's what it's all about. They handed you your diploma. You worked hard for that. Now what? What do I do now? Would you like fries with that?
Okay.
Maybe that's what you got to do to get by until you find what it is that you paid $400,000 for.
Yeah, man. Remember the Stormy said, I got a mechanical engineering degree and
Ooh.
I cannot find a job in Albuquerque.
Oh, just chime in with how much debt you're in.
No,
please.
that's not the topic
I want to
either.
know.
Oh.
Because the American dream is to finish high school, right? I mean, you go to school when you're young and you graduate, hopefully get that high school diploma, and then you go to college. Got to get that done. Hopefully you get it done in 4 years, maybe 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 years. So get that piece of paper, and then you get that job, right? Once you get that job, you got to get married, okay? Once you get married, then you got to have kids, okay? Got to have kids. You got to make sure you have good health insurance, okay? Are you getting anxiety yet? You got that big house with the white picket fence?
Why
you
are
got that
you-
yet?
we're
How many
supposed to be
vacations
like-
a year are you going on, Steve-O? 1, 2, or 0?
Uplifting and or like
All right?
making people
American
laugh.
dream. Talking about the American
You're making
dream
college
right now.
grads cry.
American dream.
Guys,
Where are you at in your
I
American
don't think
dream?
it's that bad. It's not that bad. Come on.
It's not that bad. When I lay it
not
down like that doesn't sound bad to you?
Yeah, it sounds terrible.
Sounds awful.
Way to overgeneralize every college graduate ever.
I don't understand why there's this American dream formula. Who started that? Huh?
That's a good question.
Who started that? Who said that you have to do it that way? I have somebody in my life that, they were having anxiety over that situation. And, almost breakdown anxiety situation because they couldn't understand why that's how you had to do life. And I had to explain, well, that's not how you have to do life. Even though that's what a lot of people do. A lot of Americans, that's what you do, and that's how they do it, but you don't necessarily have to do it that way.
Right.
I think...
Dude, $60K for an associate's and some bachelor's classes. Stacy.
Oh. I know so many friends that went to school, went to college, and they got a degree, but they never, ever went into that profession. Ever.
Right.
Like, they never did that. That's crazy, right? But it's all about getting the paper because it...
Well, I think it's different for us
It
because
helps.
we landed in radio at a good time, and so we've had this show for years.
But it's not good for
But
us
it's
because if
not-
we get fired,
Yeah.
Hey, would you like fries with that?
Yeah, that's...
I can't get a job anywhere. I guess this is all I've ever done since I've done other jobs, but I've had tough jobs in between radio.
My boy Scotty, my real life brother, he just chimed in. He said, I don't know, or maybe use your noodle and just go make that money.
That's what I'm talking about, Scotty. That's right. That's what I'm saying.
He's like, and when a quarter of your blood is bee venom, you don't need health insurance. Would you like fries with that? Let me be the one to give them to you. Scotty's Pond Hive.
Oh, my gosh. Yeah.
But that's true. Scotty, that's what he did. He owns like 3 businesses now.
Yeah. My dad Perfect example. My dad never even finished high school, never had a high school diploma.
I would not recommend going this route.
He started a business, man. Over 45 years,
Yeah.
he had a successful body shop, junkyard. I mean, people trusted him for 45 years. He did such a great job building a business. And, I mean, yeah, you should definitely finish high school.
So Dr. Bree just chimed in. She said, y'all don't even want to know my student debt.
Oh, my gosh. I can't even imagine.
She's a doctor, yo.
Yeah.
But
she's making that doctor
I was
money.
gonna say, but now she's a doctor.
She's making at least $60,000 a year.
Okay.
Good morning.
Hey, so I heard you guys were talking about graduation. This is Sean, by the way.
Hey, Sean.
How much debt are you in, Sean?
No, Sean's not in debt. He's like in high school, bro.
That doesn't mean you can't be in debt just because you're in high school.
That's true.
That's actually very true. Gross.
Yep.
Ugh.
But anyways, so my brother graduated this year. He went to Worldview at the Abbey in California, which was really neat.
Okay.
And so I just wanted to say that I just wanted to give him a shout out and say I'm really proud of him if he's listening to this.
Oh, that's very cool, man. That's very cool. It's very cool. I was hoping you'd give us a financial statement on your brother, but
Thank you, Sean.
If you want one.
Yeah, how much debt is he in?
No, it doesn't matter. Thank you, Sean.
Thank you very much, Sean.
I have like 5.
All right, we'll see you later, Sean. Thank you so much for calling. 505-338-3700. Yeah, what's next? What's next after college?
Well, somebody said if you graduate college, Albuquerque isn't really the place for you with a bachelor's or master's. New Mexico has no opportunity. I got a bachelor's in criminal justice, and I'm fine on knowing that I can't get a good job here. I don't want to be a police officer or a security guard, and you basically have to know someone to get in to the state. And sadly, I owe $80,000 in student loans. Better off not going to college and making a business for yourself.
There you go. Thank you so much, caller. Go ahead.
Hi. So, someone said something about mechanical engineering and not having a job. My cousin Marcus graduated from New Mexico State with a mechanical engineering degree and worked in the Four Corners with some oil companies. And then when the recession came, he lost his job. But because of that, he was actually hired on by NASA and Alamogordo to work on the Orion space project.
That's cool.
Right now. And so what he does is he works with the chemical engineers to figure out which fuel combustion works best, whether it's chemical burn or I forget the actual scientific term. Fire burn works better. So, but no, I just wanted to say for APS we had to fill out these forms where it's, what are your plans after graduation? And I always put I'm going to sell my soul to Uncle Sam and live out the rest of my days on a destroyer in his Navy because I don't know what else to do. So
wow. Well, then what did you do?
He's on a destroyer in the Navy.
The thing is that so I'm 18. I just recently graduated. I'm on a NROTC scholarship to UNM, so I have yet to actually take the oath to sell my soul.
Okay, I mean you know what?
There you go.
That's an amazing sacrifice if you decide to make that commitment.
Yeah.
I think that's the very amazing thing to do.
Yeah.
So choose wisely.
Thank you. But
cool.
Yeah.
Is there a lot of anxiety? Is there a lot of anxiety in your life right now?
Yeah, it
over
doesn't
trying to
sound
make
like
that?
that's what you want to do.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I've wanted to do that ever since I was 10, and the issue is that I know plenty of people who haven't known really what they want to do, and the recruiter comes around in sometimes even last September they made the decision, which isn't that bad, but it's one of those career choices where it's not fit for everyone.
Right.
So,
how many?
I agree with that.
So let's say you decided to jump into the Navy. You're going to get on an aircraft carrier. Is it 6 years? Is that what they want you to commit to?
So the minimum enlistment, I think right now is 8 years, which is 4 active, 4 reserve. But for the NROTC scholarship and for the service academies, it's a minimum of 5 years active duty service and 3 years reserve active service.
See, that goes by so fast, man. And just think about the things that you're going to learn.
If that's where you feel God is calling you.
I'm just saying, like that that would be an amazing experience.
Yeah.
And you never know, that could lead
Can
to
be.
something else.
It can be.
I don't know.
But I agree. It's not for everybody.
It's not
Not
for
everybody
everybody.
should make that choice. Sometimes
You're right.
people are pressured into that. But
I'm not pressuring you, bro.
No, I'm not saying you.
No pressure.
Okay. Dude, we'll be praying for you,
Yeah.
man.
Good luck. Let us know
All
what
right.
decision you
Thanks.
make. All right.
I'll,
All right.
All right. We'll see.
I'll let you guys know. Bye.
Thanks, man. He sounded wise for 18.
He
That's
did,
why I said,
yeah.
what did you decide to do?
Right.
Because he sounded older. So somebody said social work degree. You'll never be out of a job in New Mexico.
Yep. Yep.
Somebody said, my thoughts exactly, though. Why do we have to follow a certain template of life?
Yeah.
And that's true.
Yep.
Because God has crafted each one of us uniquely. We're created for different purposes. We've got different talents, gifts, abilities.
Not everybody wants kids.
And yet
not
there's
everyone wants
this
to get
cookie
married.
cutter mentality that we all have to do it this way.
Go to college, get married, have
Yeah.
kids, get the big house, get the nice car.
Yeah.
Go on vacation. It doesn't have to be that way. That just almost just sounds. I mean, when you plan it out all like that, it's
Well,
just,
here's the thing. We're talking about why do we have to do the template like that. Somebody very wise just chimed in and said, look, bro, schools are businesses. They sell the idea that getting that paper gets you a job. That's why people graduate and are so disappointed because they've been sold an idea.
I love
Thanks,
that.
Scotty.
Gosh. That's what I'm talking about right
Why
there,
isn't he
man.
just calling in?
That's what I'm talking about.
Oh, somebody said, hey, good news for you two. If you ever get fired, just podcast it. I'd listen to you every day.
Yeah, well.
I've been telling you that for years, Dex.
You know?
Been telling you that for years.
Let's do it. Let's start a podcast. Let's
Yeah.
just start one right now.
Somebody's.
Think I'm joking?
I believe you. Oh. Yeah. See, look at this. Businessman. Why don't you just start growing potatoes so Dex can serve your fries? You'll be loaded, man.
Scotty's Pond Hive. Pond.
Thank you, Scotty's Pond Hive. He's very wise. Making all that bee money.
I will say,
All that honey
dude,
money.
I don't know where it came from, but he really is a very smart businessman.
He's an entrepreneur.
He is, dude. He is. You know where he went to school? School of Hard Knocks.
School of Hard Knocks. That's right. So we're throwing out there graduation. A lot of people graduating this time of year. What's next? What are you going to do when you graduate? You know, that I'm sure to a lot of people gives you anxiety. You know, you're full of all these expectations, maybe that's put on you by your parents, your family. They're expecting you to do a certain thing. But I'm here to tell you seriously, I had a lot of people in my life when I was 18 trying to tell me what to do. They told me not to go into radio. There's no money in radio. You'll never have a career. You barely talk. You're too shy. So many people tried to tell me how to live my life, but you can't do that. You can listen. You can listen to them, and you can listen to their wisdom and advice, but you are ultimately in charge of making your own decision. And that's what I want you to remember is, you know, don't be too influenced, or don't be influenced too much by people. You know, again, they can help you make the choice.
Yeah.
But you have to make that choice.
Yeah. Yeah.
You're passionate about something.
Use wisdom. Absolutely. When it comes to, I mean, it's still at the end of the day, your life.
Yeah.
You know, and you've been gifted uniquely. So do what you believe God has called you to do. I love, he was graduating high school. Remember, he was kind of nervous, and I can't remember which pastor. It was either John Corson or Chuck Colson. I always get it confused. Told him to love the Lord your God with all your heart, your mind, your soul, your strength, and then do whatever you want.
And do whatever you want.
And do whatever you want.
Do whatever you want.
Sometimes we're sitting around waiting for God's will, right? Like that specific will, not like the general will of God, but like a specific will for our life. And we're like just sitting back, waiting, not doing anything, because we just know at any moment God's going to give us that sign that's going to tell us what college we're supposed to go to. It's going to tell us which job we're supposed to take, which is going to tell us. And sometimes it doesn't work like that. Sometimes we have to take a step of faith, trusting and knowing that whatever we put our hands to do, that God will bless that if we are honoring Him with everything we do.
That's good.
Yeah,
that's good, man.
Thanks, bro.
Yeah, I like
Thanks,
that. I'm just
man.
writing that down.
I'm
Hold
writing
on.
a book.
Well, I'm writing that
So-
down. Just give me a second.
Yeah.
Write this down. 505-585-LIVE if you want to text into the show. Also, phone lines are open if you'd like to talk to us. 505-338-3700. Graduation is done. what's next? What opportunities are coming your way? Should you expect to get that job right away? No. You know, maybe you have. Maybe that's what you got to do till you
absolutely.
You get by, and in prayer you're constantly praying. You know, God, just open up those opportunities, and that's where trust comes in.
I wanted to be in radio so badly that I took a part-time job here, left a full-time quote career with benefits and everything. My wife thought I was crazy for a second. I just knew God was doing something. And in the meantime, I had to work really hard because I wanted to be full-time and I wanted to have benefits and all the other things. I worked at Starbucks as a barista. I would get up at like 3 o'clock in the morning. I would go make coffee. I would come here, and then I would work all day because I'd work in radio for a few hours, and then I was a janitor for the rest of the time here on Calvary's campus. I did that for a very long time.
Yep.
And I worked and I worked and I worked because I just knew that God had a plan.
Mm-hmm.
God had a plan, and I wanted to be a part of that. I wanted to be a part of something special in this ministry.
Yep.
And so I did. And you got to work really hard. I think a lot of times, high school graduate, like we get done with one thing and we just assume like we're just going to coast.
Right.
Like it's a grind, man.
Got to grind
You
it
find what God has instilled in you, like, because there's certain things that God puts in us that, like, I love to do certain things that you might not necessarily love to do, and vice versa. Certain passions, and if you can find what that is and find somebody to pay you to do those things, winning,
winning.
For real, man.
Yeah.
So
a lot of people were telling me that I should go into real estate, like Buck did. You know, when I got fired, a few years ago, and I just couldn't do it because
that's not you.
It's not me. It's not me. It's not my talent or ability. It's not a gift. It's not something that I feel like
You're like, why would I sell somebody else a home? I don't even like having one myself.
Exactly. Yeah. Exactly. You know what? You nailed it. Jerk. It's so true. So I found some questions every 20-something should ask.
Ooh.
This is good because, this kind of goes along with, graduating. You're usually in your 20s when you graduate college, and what's next? What's the next step? Well, these are some questions that you can ask yourself. I'm going to help you out a little bit, okay?
Yeah.
Do the people I'm surrounded by bring me life? Are you hanging out with the right type of people?
Are they progressing you forward in your life, in your career, maybe your family, whatever it is? Or are they still in the basement rocking beer pong?
Right. Exactly.
I stole that line directly from Relevant Magazine.
Are you hanging out with Snicker bars or Kit Kats? Because everybody know Kit Kat bars are more successful than Snicker bars. Mm-hmm. Are you hanging out with Coke or Mountain Dew?
Mountain Dew's wired and crazy all the time.
Yeah.
You're probably going to get kicked out of some
kind of
places.
white trash.
Okay. Why? Whoa, bro.
What?
Why is Mountain Dew got to be white trash, dog?
I'm saying, it's a hard life drinking the dew. That dew shine is tough.
And to be fair, Mountain Dew just sponsors about every NASCAR event
Exactly.
there is. So, all right, I'm tracking.
Tracking? I mean, we used to sneak down on the burrow pits and drink dew all day. Tell you what.
And are they asking you the right questions? Because somebody chimed in and said, I get paid $20 an hour right now.
What?
But my dad is always telling me I need to get a better paying job and think about buying a house and stuff. And I'm like,
see?
Why?
Why? What? Why, Dad?
I have other things and dreams I want to do that don't require me getting a house.
Thank you.
Or junk like that. It's sad that our society just associates stuff with being successful.
And the last thing you want to do is get into a house that you can't afford, get a mortgage payment.
Amen.
Yeah. If you don't want that, don't do it. Come on, Dad. All right, so yeah, do the people I'm surrounded by bring me life? That's the question you should ask yourself. Who inspires me the most is another question to ask yourself. Who inspires you the most? Me? You inspire you?
No, me. You inspire me. I inspire you. We inspire each other.
You know what? You know what you do. You do inspire me.
I mean, think about that. Who's the one person in your life you want to emulate? Who inspires you the most, Dex?
Jesus.
No, me. I'm just kidding.
Sorry, Mike.
That's a Jesus juke answer. It should be Jesus.
That's right.
But also, like, listen, not to unspiritualize your Jesus juke of an answer because that wasn't genuine. There are human beings in our life that we aspire, not necessarily to mimic, to be like, but there are dudes, godly dudes in my life that I'm like, that dude's marriage is solid. It's hard. They struggle. They battle. But they are like ground, and that's something to aspire to.
Yeah.
Solid dad.
Yep.
Solid husband. Dope.
Yeah.
So Jesus isn't technically the right answer for everything.
You're right. I Jesus juked it.
Because humanly, there should still be dudes in our lives,
Right.
or ladies, who inspire us to like be better than we are.
Exactly. The person you want to be like the most tells you a lot about who you hope to become. You want to write that down because I just gave you a nugget. The person you want to become, and you hopes to be. Darn it! I should have wrote that down the first time. What? You remember what I said? The person you want to be like the most tells you a lot about who you hope to become. Remember that.
Dang.
Like that?
That's good.
It's free. Next one's $5. Another question to ask yourself: what are my favorite stories? What are your top 3 movies? Is this for real? This really says.
Yeah,
What are your
dude.
top 3 movies? What is that? Why do you need to ask yourself that?
Think about that. Those are storylines.
Oh, what's your story?
That's a good question. What are your top 3 movies? Is there a common thread that runs through those stories?
Let's see. I have Goonies.
Okay.
I have Riddick, Chronicles of Riddick, and it's either Rocky or
Rocky's a good answer. Why?
Okay. Because hope,
perseverance,
right? Courage, strength.
Goonies and Rockies are very thematic.
Yeah,
like
so
they have,
thematic.
like seriously, think about that.
Same with Riddick.
Amy.
Dude, Riddick was a strong man.
Okay.
He was independent. He went out on his own. He lived on planets by himself. I'm telling you.
Somebody said, according to the question, apparently I aspire to become a Sith Lord.
Whoa. Yeah. Is there a common thread that runs through each story when you find out your top 3 movies? If you want to see what matters most to you, look at the stories that resonate the closest. For me, the common thread in my favorite movies is the underdog who perseveres through pain.
That's seriously it.
Thrives from their authentic self and succeeds at something sane people would never attempt. That's what I'm talking about.
Goonies.
What?
Goonies. Rocky. All of those.
Goonies
That's
never die.
exactly.
Yep.
What's interesting is that according to this, it says your core values are lying on the surface of your favorite stories.
Ooh.
If your favorite movie is Fight Club, we got to talk.
Right? Right? What
It's
if
a
your favorite
really
movie is
interesting-
Driving Miss Daisy?
Okay. That was noble.
Steel Magnolias.
You just like crying a lot?
Maybe.
No, I'm serious. I thought of like Indiana Jones. I thought of Return of the Jedi.
You're a hero. You want to save people.
He's an archaeologist.
You want to find
He's
treasure.
a professor. But yes, he's adventurous and wants to go out there and do that.
Mm-hmm.
Return of the Jedi, all about redemption. Oh, no, I just want to go watch Return of the Jedi.
Let's just do that right now.
Okay.
We'll be right back. Another question to ask yourself. Would I want to live with me?
Oh, dude,
I
that
think
is
that's
a
huge.
really good question.
That's huge. I think anywhere in your life, that's probably a pretty good question to ask yourself. Would I want to live with me? So before you start, because in your 20s, you know, you're probably living with roommates, or you're probably going to start living with roommates, or maybe you're going to go back living with your family. Ask yourself the question, would I want to live with me? And go from there. Because I think a lot of us could probably answer that honestly.
Mm-hmm.
I'm probably the best person to live with because, you know, I never come out of my room unless
that's boring.
Oh, what?
No, man.
But I don't want to bother you.
What if your favorite movies are Jaws and the Lord of the Rings trilogy? That's what we just got. Overcoming that great white monster in your life.
Right. Yep.
Right?
The orcs could be the sharks in Lord of the Rings.
Yeah.
Yep.
Those are some big bads.
You're being chased.
But they had to overcome.
We're all being chased by something. What are you running from, bro? That's another great question. Write that down. What are you running from, bro?
Yeah, but they're not running from anything.
They could be.
It took little hobbits who decided, like, hey, man, something must be done, and if no one else is going to stand up for what's right, I will stand up for what's right. I will take this ring to Mordor, though I admit I do not know the way. So we needed guidance, bro, from Gandalf, all right?
Yep.
Jesus.
Just like we need guidance from the Holy Spirit.
Right, to guide us to the mountain.
Bring it.
So we could throw the ring in there and save everybody.
That's right.
Even though we're short in stature with hairy feet.
Why you got to bring color into it, bro?
Okay.
Saying. Thank you, Seth. All right, we got a couple more questions to ask yourself. This is some questions every 20-something should ask because, it's graduation time. A lot of people ready to start life.
Yeah.
And that's kind of scary. So we're throwing out some questions to you. And you guys please chime in. We're on Facebook and YouTube live right now at Star 88. Phone lines are open at 505-338-3700. And what's the live line number?
505-585-LIVE. That's 505-585-5483.
We're live from the Dreamstyle Remodeling Star 88 Studios. We'll be right back.
Deep roots. That's what Skip Heitzig says is crucial to spiritual revival.
If all of your Christian growth is top growth and not under the soil, you won't be able to stand the heat of the summer, so to speak, the persecution, the tribulation.
The Christian life is an awesome adventure that does not make it easy.
It's hard. There's some difficult hot spots that occur in every believer's life. And to stand the heat, you need a root system.
How about more Bible teaching from Skip? Simple. Click in at connectwithskip.com. Connectwithskip.com. Now, Skip says the best investment you can make is in people.
You just never know. You might be planting a seed that could germinate. That person might move away, might tell somebody else. That person may be the next Billy Graham.
Here's a final Fleming thought in this hotspot with Skip Heitzig.
Look at the potential that God has placed before you and just go, rub your hands, go, Lord, this is awesome. What might grow because of this?
Hotspot.
Matt Chandler says, God does not regret saving you. There is no sin which you commit which is beyond the cross of Christ. A Star 88 solar flare.
I can feel it, this tension rising, a weight inside me, it's heavy on my soul. It's time to let it go. I can see it, it's in your eyes, a weight like mine, this burden that you just can't hold. It's time to let it go. Let go.
Ben Corson considers fear with a Star 88 PowerPoint.
A lot of people think, okay, well, I'm nothing more than a materialist. I'm fingernails and belly button and toenails, and I'm matter, and I'm gonna be recycled, and one day I'm gonna die, and I'm gonna be buried, and then in a million years, humans in the future, they're gonna dig me up, and then they're gonna use me as coal, and then they're gonna put me, coal, in the fireplace, and then in a million years, I'll be smoke billowing out in the ether somewhere. That's pretty depressing. But if you don't believe in God, that's it. If you don't believe you're a spirit, you only believe you're a body, then that's what you believe. Your matter is going to be recycled. But scientists also tell us that energy cannot be destroyed. So while all matter is recycled, it's also true that listen, energy can't be destroyed, nor can energy be created. So you come from a God who cannot be created, and you go to a God which cannot be destroyed. So it stands to reason that you can't be destroyed. You don't have to be scared of death, man.
That's Ben Corson, a PowerPoint on Star 88.
What's going on in the news today?
The conservative majority of the Supreme Court ruled that businesses can bar employees from banding together in disputes over pay and workplace conditions, forcing them into arbitration.
The Dow added 298 points. The Nasdaq climbed 39. The S&P rose 20 points. The Dow up 1.2% for the year.
Olympic swimmer Ariana Cooker-Smith and her lawyers say they're suing USA Swimming for not doing enough to protect her.
Don't throw that old cell phone in the trash. The same advice goes for old laptops and many power tools, too. The lithium batteries inside them can and do cause fires, even explosions at trash and recycling centers.
Former President Obama and wife Michelle have signed a multi-year deal with Netflix, saying the Obamas would produce a diverse mix of content, potentially including a scripted and unscripted series, documentaries, or features.
A Western Massachusetts man has pleaded guilty to plotting a domestic terror attack.
The country's first female CIA director, Gina Haspel, telling the agency,
I want each of you to know that I took on the position of director because I want to represent you as well as lead you.
Lead me. Lead me.
Sometimes when your hopes have all been shattered, there's nowhere to turn.
Where are you going to turn, man?
You wonder how you keep going.
I want to go watch the Transformers movie now.
Think of all the things that really matter.
Think about it. Take a chance, man.
I love the Transformers movie.
Fire in your heart is growing.
Oh, it's burning right now. It's burning.
It's growing, not burning.
Gotta leave the past behind, man.
Heaven only knows what you might find.
You know, when you're there in the moment and you just really, really want to succeed, but then you're like, I don't know if I can do this anymore.
Yeah.
That's when you got to just dig deep down inside and you got to find that fire that breathes like the Mordor of The Hobbit. Because if you don't survive, you won't make it, man. You got to keep pushing, am I right?
Wait, if you don't survive, you won't make it, man.
Write that down. You hold the
That
future in your
was
hands.
so dumb.
You hold the future in your hands, and that's important to remember. Good morning, everybody. Welcome to the program.
Yeah, welcome.
Good to be here. Live from the Dreamstyle Remodel. What is it again?
Dreamstyle Remodeling, Star 88 Studios.
Thank you. We were talking about graduation and how a lot of you are done. You have spent all this money to go to college. They've handed you your diploma. Well, now what? What do I do with my life now? So we're going through some questions that every 20-something should ask themselves. And I think they're pretty solid so far. Just to recap, do the people I'm surrounded by bring me life? Is a question maybe you should ask yourself. Who inspires me the most? What are my favorite stories? And our next one, would I want to live with me? That's it. I think, you know what? All these questions, it's not just for 20-something people. This is for everybody, I think. Should be asking ourselves these questions. Next one, do I love from my insecurities, or do I love from my strengths? Okay, that makes sense. Do I love from my insecurities, or do I love from my strengths? Did you get that?
Yes.
That was a typo at first.
No, you're right.
Yeah, it's not. Loving out of your insecurities. You don't step away from me. You get back here. You stay in the game.
Listening, I apologize.
You know what? That's a perfect metaphor of what life can do. You just stepped out on me, man. You just left my side.
Go ahead, man.
I needed you.
Go ahead.
You just walked away.
I apologize.
Loving out your insecurities means you don't want to see people succeed more than yourself.
Oof.
Loving from your strengths means you are the first to celebrate with others when you hear of their successes. Loving from insecurities, daily demands, what are you going to do for me? What are you going to do for me today, bro?
When Joey was helping do the morning show while you were away, he had this really great, we had a topic, we talked a little bit about friendship and how there are certain people in your life that are the for yous or the from yous. And he wasn't interested in having the friendships of the from yous. There are two types of friends, and one is either going to be for you and rooting you on and congratulating you on successes and being there for you in your failures and just always for whatever it is in your life. And then there's the from yous who just always kind of want something from you.
Ooh.
They're not interested in truly being a friend.
Yeah.
And I thought that was fantastic. And I still think that's such solid advice, because there are going to be those people in your life who don't really necessarily, they're not pushing you, they're not challenging you, they're not keeping you accountable. They're really just the from yous. They're just when they need something.
Could you bring that back to our marriages? You know?
Oh, of course.
I mean, how much is your spouse for you?
Yeah, but I think we need to, when it comes to marriage, we should always internalize that, not externalize that one. Because I think with any marriage relationship, even if your spouse is a from you, you still have to be a for you. You have to. It's a different relationship.
They ask so much of us.
Okay. But you have to, it has to be a different relationship. Because seriously, there are just days where you don't feel like it. You know what I mean?
Feel like it, man. But we do it anyways.
Yeah.
We grind
because you're
it out.
for that relationship.
For it.
You're for that other person.
I just wish they would be for it too.
Right.
From, for, what are you? All right. Next
Well done.
question.
Yeah.
Where am I ripe with talent, and where do I quickly deflate?
Oh.
It's a thick question.
Where are you ripe with talent? Currently, it's the armpits, because you are quite ripe. Actually, you smell really good this morning.
Thanks, man. Yeah. The cologne covers up the stench.
Yes. It's biblical.
biblical.
It covers a multitude of scent.
It is. Where am I ripe with talent, and where do I quickly deflate? Okay. We all have talent, abilities. We all have loads of non-talent.
Yep.
We try to transform into talent. Write down a few things you're talented at and a few things you're not. Then focus on the things you're good at. Stop trying to chip away at the solid cement block when you have a soft block of cheese. You're just waiting to be devoured. So good.
What are you ripe with talent?
Ah, guys,
Like
you
where in
know,
your
I'm a
life?
speaker, man. I'm so great at my words. I'm a communicator. You know, I basically have 10 degrees in communications because I've been doing radio for so many years.
So many years.
So I am just riding that block of soft cheese when it comes to how I speak and use my words. They're like gold. They're like honeydew. They're like honey from my lips and my tongue.
Man.
See that? I learned that
Yeah.
over the years. I speak
You're
words
ripe
real
with
nice.
self-indulgence. What?
Just rap with talent.
Yeah.
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 I'm deflating, aren't I?
No.
Okay. Yeah. I don't know if I have this issue in my life where, I don't spend a whole lot of time on things that aren't important. You know?
Yeah.
I mean, there are definitely, I'm not saying that I don't, but I mean, it's not something that I struggle with. Because I think of friends in my life that I kind of, I laugh at sometimes behind their back because it's like they're wasting their time doing something that they think is something that they're good at, but they're not. And okay, when do you step in as a friend and tell them they need to stop?
American Idol culture.
Yeah.
Yeah. And you also don't want to be that guy that's super deflating, because what if they keep working at it? I mean, they could.
Yeah.
Maybe.
So do you
I
give
think
them
we can recognize the
give them
difference.
a few years, you know? Like, hey, man, you've been doing this for a few years.
Alvin says my talent is sleeping and eating.
I love that talent.
That's a good.
It's a great talent to have. You know? A lot of skill in that. Sleeping's hard, man.
Are looks a talent?
No.
Oh, dang.
I mean, if you're working hard to look good,
no,
right? And why does it look like I have a black eye? Does it look like I have a black eye?
Here, let's go ahead and turn that up.
I feel like if we could get the lighting in here better so I could look.
Oh man, you look great, Post Malone.
Got a black eye. The heck? Yeah, I don't know. What were we talking about? Sorry, the black eye like totally threw me off. I don't know why I had a black eye.
Amazing. Amazing.
No, but for real, what were we talking about?
Talking about where we have talent and where we don't have
Oh, that's
talent.
right.
Yeah, you apparently had talent in your words, but you deflate in your brain.
Exactly.
Because
Yeah.
you have very short-term
I
memory.
really do. Next question. Here we go. This is our last. No, oh my gosh, we still got like 5 more questions to answer here. Okay. What's the main thing holding me back? What's holding you back, man? Next question. Here we go.
Wait, what?
Oh, you don't.
That's a big one.
Oh, well, let's.
You know
let's
what could
break
be
it down.
holding you back?
Break it down.
Fear.
Fear.
Anxiety. Maybe it's an addiction. Seriously. Depression.
Bring it down.
Obsessing over something small.
Yep.
It's all of this, like, I'm telling you, those things we need to check, and those are things that we need to, because there have been a few times in my life where I wish I'd pulled the trigger on something, but I just knew I was going to fail.
Whoa, what does that mean?
What?
Pull the trigger on something?
Yeah. You've never heard that term? I thought you were a wordsmith.
Hey, bro.
I thought you were ripe as a
I
communicator.
feel like that's not a good phrase to be using in this culture right now.
Shut up. You know what? Sensitivo. Yeah, there are times where you should go after it.
Thank you.
Where I wish I would have pulled the trigger on something. There's no, what do you want me to say? Give me another phrase, bro.
Went for it.
Uh-huh.
Went for it.
Okay, whatever. Such a And I didn't because I was paralyzed by fear.
There you go. Yep.
Like, seriously.
Yep.
There's so many times where I can look back and go, man, I wonder how that would have turned out if I had only been bold.
Yeah,
if I had actually taken that risk. Because sometimes it does mean we have to get out there and take those risks.
Yeah,
Scripture talks about that regularly. I mean, seriously. We talk about hiding our talent. Man, the master wasn't too kind to the dude that, like, buried his talent in the sand and
Yeah.
came back. I mean, he was really not kind. So...
Yep. Cut the chain, man. Cut the chain. What's holding you back?
Okay.
Got to cut that chain. What are my negotiables and non-negotiables? What are you willing to give up? What are you clinging to tightly right now? Are you willing to move anywhere? Willing to take that job? You willing to work more than 40 hours a week?
More than?
Yeah, are you?
Oh, man.
Are you? Are you willing?
Slave driver. Yes, I am. Do it on the huge.
It says write a list of non-negotiables and negotiables and then do your best to stick to that list.
Okay.
Okay. All right. What breaks your heart? That's the next question. What breaks your heart? Again, these are questions to ask 20-something-year-olds. What breaks your heart, man? What injustice makes you angry? What makes... Well, it's like somebody poking you with a stick, you know? Like, what is that in your life? What makes you angry? What breaks your heart?
Dudes who are terrible role models.
What are you going to do about it?
Yeah, exactly.
How are you going to make that change?
For once in my life.
What are you going to do?
Absentee dads.
Ooh.
What am I going to do about it? I'm going to be a kick-butt dad.
Kick butt?
Yeah.
Knowing what breaks your heart can clarify what makes you feel whole.
Yeah. I'm also going to dig into God's word and check out his example of what it means to be a father. Because we serve a God who is our Father, who we can cry out to, who is full of love and grace and mercy and compassion. And within those things, it reminds me to have more of that for my children when they are obnoxious and just on my last nerve.
Yep.
But for real, that's a real answer.
What breaks your heart?
Also, funky breath.
Oof.
And so I keep gum with me everywhere I go. Because, man, you know,
Funky
halitosis
breath.
is a real thing.
It is, man. You guys should get your dentist to check you out.
Yeah. Brush the tongue. You
yeah,
know?
brush the tongue.
Don't just
get
get
back
the
in there.
teeth.
Get back in there, man.
Gums are important.
You got to choke on that toothbrush. Yep, I know it. Hey, grind it out.
Yeah. Go for it.
You know, that's another good picture of life.
I care about
brushing your teeth.
Like quality dental care.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Here's our last question. At 29 years and 364 days, if I have accomplished just one thing, what do I want it to be? Whew. Wow.
I'll tell you when I get there.
You've been there almost twice. How crazy is that? Huh?
I haven't been there almost
You're
twice.
almost 60, bro. You're almost 60. You're so close, man. You're hitting the big 4-0 in July. Woo!
That is a lie.
If you had the choice to accomplish just one thing in your 20s, what would it be? How do you take one step toward that today? Our 20s can feel like trying to walk with shoes covered in fast, dry cement. So how do we keep moving forward? Is it a phone call to ask for informational interview? An informational what? Is it asking a crush out on a date? Is it making an appointment with a counselor? What's one small thing you can do today so that you can go even further tomorrow? That's pretty good. You know, maybe you have an addiction in your life. Maybe you have.
Yeah.
Maybe you're wasting time doing things that don't matter.
Maybe
know?
it really is that phone call. You need to call your friend and be like, yo, dude.
Yeah.
Dealing with this.
Need help.
Struggling with this. I've had this in my life for a long time. Can't kick it.
Need help.
I need some accountability.
Yep. Those are the small things. It's those little things every day. If you can try, like, if you just took and when you get up in the morning and you just wrote down, you know what? I want to try to do 2 things today that are selfless, that have nothing to do with me, that will have an effect, an impact on somebody else. 2 things a day.
Yeah.
Think about those little things and how those things add up. You
Yeah.
know, over time, that's going to be a lot of impactful things.
Yeah.
Just 2 things a day, even just 1 thing a day.
I'm going to buy you a new toothbrush today.
Let me tell you, if you just did one thing a day to impact someone's life, that's 7 impacts a week.
Man, you're so good at
Isn't that great?
Yeah.
Yep. 28 impacts a month.
Okay.
Okay. Third, what's the next? A year. calculate that for me? 7 times 365. Get back to you on that one.
I'm really excited, by the way, because we have a major announcement coming up that we haven't even teased enough.
Huge announcement. Huge announcement
Can I just
coming
say
up.
that?
We got to wait for Tam to get here. We don't know exactly what time she's going to be coming in.
I'm actually on the horn with her right now.
Okay. All right. Quality Tam coming up. And Quality Tam is going to be throwing down a huge announcement with us. We got this huge announcement, guys.
Stop spoiling things. I was trying to spoil it.
I never said that you were going to leave for a month like I
No!
left you for a month. But
You're
what?
ruining everything.
Just saying. Yeah, that's coming up here shortly, as soon as Tam gets here. Yeah. Big announcement.
Hopefully we've helped you college people.
Yeah. Anybody else
You know
chiming
what?
in?
I
Anybody
can
else
help
have some
anybody.
advice?
Doesn't matter.
Yeah. You can? You can help anybody?
Nah, just saying, like, that can help anybody.
Oh, I thought you said something else. Anybody say anything?
They want to be better than the person they were yesterday.
Yep.
Every day.
Yep.
Alvin says, in my 20s, I spent so much time with my friends. I wish I spent more time with my parents. In my 30s now, my parents are older and can't really do as much.
Oh, man.
Kind of bums me out.
Yeah. Okay. 505-585-LIVE. You want to text into the show. Quality Tam coming up, the 9 o'clock hour. Again, huge announcement. We'll do it shortly. We're live from the Dream Style Remodeling Star 88 Studios. Hang out.
I'm Heidi, and here's what's happening. Starting May 27th, Copper Point Church in Albuquerque is moving their weekend services to Sunday at 9:30 a.m., 11:30 a.m., and 5 p.m. And they're adding something new called Summer Nights. It's a time to hang out with your family and friends with food, entertainment, and so much more. Don't miss Summer Nights at Copper Point. The men's ministry at First Baptist Artesia is hosting a free family fun fishing rodeo at Brantley Lake on June 2nd from 8 a.m. until 2 p.m. Bait will be provided and a free hot dog lunch. Summer is almost here. Can you believe it? If you know about a VBS happening at your church, let us know. We'll talk about it on the air and feature it on our website. All you have to do is fill out the form online at star88.fm. For more information about events happening in your community and so much more, visit star88.fm. For what's happening, I'm Heidi, and this is Star 88.
This is a fresh thought. Listen up to Levi Lusko.
It costs something. We're going to build something like this. We're going to do something like this. If we're going to see people reach, it costs something. It costs time. It costs energy. It costs resource. It's not free to reach people with the precious gospel. It's not. It's going to cost you something. If you're going to be part of the church, I could easily be with Asaph. Like, gosh, who needs church? I'll just go be a fat cat running the world, and I'll throw a podcast on every once in a while. Who needs church? It costs something. Quite frankly, I'm not sure if I'm willing to pay that price. Maybe you don't need church. It's a battle. It's a battle. It's a fight. It's choosing to believe that life is not a playground. It is a battleground. And we're going to war with the enemy who wants to keep the whole world under his sway. It costs something.
For more fresh thoughts, go to LeviLusko.com. This is KLYT Albuquerque, Santa Fe, rebroadcast on KKCJ, Cannon Air Force Base, KPKJ, Mintmore, K201CC, Las Cruces, K203EZ, Alamogordo, K207CQ, Gallup, K211CW, Hobbs, K212EH, Silver City, K214DE, Antonito, K218AK, Artesia, K250AB, Roswell, K293AO, Alamosa, K228DQ, Portales, in the free app for iOS and Android, and online at star88.fm.
We got nothing in our pockets, not a dollar on the way. All we got is one another and a dream. I keep trying to be patient, but we're fighting while we wait. Loving you is so much harder than it seems. I just can't stop. I like you tearing up my heart. Our future's dark. bad company. Because I lied to you and I know you like hurting me. Oh, won't you be a bad, bad company?
Boom, ba boom, ba.
Guys, her name is a name among all names.
That's not real. That's not true. Sacrilegious.
I had granola stuck in my throat.
Yeah, let's re-say that again. Oh!
Her name is Tam. Man, this is beautiful, Tam. Did you record this?
I did. It's my voice.
It actually does sound like you.
No, does it really?
Hey, by the way, before we get started,
Yes.
Kimbra was in concert last night.
I was there.
Okay, also, let's just start there before we get started. I don't know how I didn't know.
Me either!
That she was here.
Kimbra, this girl?
Because
Yes!
Kimbra
Really?
is like one of my all-time
Same!
favorites.
Wow.
I pulled into the parking lot because we had some friends in town, and they were like, hey, have you ever been to Meow Wolf? And I'm like, no, why would I have ever gone to Meow Wolf? And they're like, we're taking you to Meow Wolf. So I went to Meow Wolf
It's
yesterday,
great.
and this
Incredible.
band was loading in, and they had all of their gear, and like spray painted on the side, it just said Kimbra everywhere, and I lost
I didn't realize that was her.
my mind and immediately ran inside, and sure enough, there was a poster, and it's like, tonight, Kimbra. I
my
walked around
gosh.
that thing for 3 hours trying to find her.
Okay.
I met all of her band, not her.
She was sleeping on the bus.
I'm not joking.
Because
I was losing my mind, and I'm like,
my
I guess
friend,
she's just somebody that I used to know.
I saw. I was good. I saw a post, and I was okay. At first, I saw the post, and I'm like, oh, "It's Kimbra! Oh my gosh!" And then I kept reading,
yeah.
and I was like,
Yep.
"Oh my gosh!"
She was in Santa
She
Fe
was
last night.
literally 45 minutes away from my heart.
Sorry, I
And
was totally there, and I didn't.
I don't even know. I don't even know what to say because I flipped out. It was like it's that moment when
Mm-hmm.
you like whatever, I don't know, whatever disappointing moment it is in your life when you first hear that, and then your heart just sinks and you're the saddest person. I was genuinely so sad. And even like I could see on the clip where she was like kind of hands out, and it looked like she was playing a piano or something. Was she playing the keys?
Yes.
Okay.
She had a Moog.
Like how she plays, how she talks
called.
to audience. Like she's so confident in her stance. She's beautiful, and like her voice is killer. And so, with those three things alone, like how entertaining is she?
And there's only one thing to say.
What? Boom, boom, ba. Oh my gosh. Boom, boom, ba.
So anyways,
guys,
we've been teasing a major announcement.
Yep.
Now, if you are a supporting member of the Starmy, meaning that you actually donate to our ministry, because we're a nonprofit, listener-supported ministry.
We are.
Heidi ruined the announcement 2 minutes ago.
What?
Yeah, she launched the email at 9 a.m.
I guess that's the good. But that's the good part about being in ground control, right?
Heidi!
If you're a member of ground control,
That's
you
the
already
cool
know.
thing about being in ground control.
You get to know first.
You got the email.
That's true.
So we have a huge announcement. Oh, wrong one. Sorry.
Okay.
That was not the one I needed. Hold on. See, it happens, Tam. See?
Okay.
I've been teaching Tam some of my wizardry.
By the way, you said earlier that her name was a name among all names. And that's not sacrilegious. It just means that she's literally in the crowd, like among all. If you had said a name above all names,
that's not.
You said a name among all names.
Thank you.
Which actually is just stupid and meaningless.
Is it? It's fine though, because I'm wearing a shirt that says "Jesus saves, bro." So it doesn't matter because I'm representing, even if you screw it up.
Okay.
Where did you get that shirt?
I don't know. I found it. Just
Oh
kidding.
my gosh.
I got it at a conference.
You made it. You made it yourself, didn't you?
I did. I made it. You should have seen me stitching the letters and everything.
Guys, we have an announcement. It's a huge announcement. It's an announcement among all announcements. And Tam is here for a very specific reason, and she is here to give the announcement.
Oh.
Well, we saw what happened when one of us left. You were gone for a month, the ratings tanked, and nobody cared about me. And they were like, "We got to bring Dex back because nobody listened when he was gone, and nobody cared about Steve-O." So the bosses all talked and said, "You know who's been great that everybody loves is Tam." So
we're going to tell you right after the break the announcement we've been waiting to tell you. We'll do it right after the break.
Most people say they just don't have enough time to get things accomplished. Well, now there's an app that can actually help you find a lot of free time. And it's free. It's called the Mind Your Own Business app. The next time there's a situation and you foolishly want to get involved, go to the app, answer the quick, simple questions.
Is anyone directing this towards me? Do I have anything to do with this situation? Is this in any way any of my business?
And if you answered no to all, then go on with your day and mind your own business.
Yes!
The Mind Your Own Business app also tells you about community fundraisers so you can volunteer your time in something useful instead of something that doesn't pertain to you. Now you'll have a lot of time when you mind your own business.
And we're back. We're back from the break. We've been waiting.
I've been standing here this whole time while you played that.
We've been waiting to announce.
Ratings were pretty sluggish with me, so the powers that be were like, you know, we need to switch it up. Male-female combo always works better anyways, so. June 1st.
Nope.
June 4th.
Yep.
June 4th.
June the 4th.
So then on June the 4th.
I will be leaving
No,
permanently.
I'm not.
Say it, Steve-O.
No.
And Tamra will be Dex's new co-host.
That's not true.
I've had a good run.
No.
15 years.
No.
I've been here 15 years this month.
No boom bums
So,
to that at
It's
all.
been good. It was nice knowing you guys.
It wasn't.
I'm going to go get a new show with
but
Buck. You can catch our podcast.
I don't
It kicks
know.
off in 2019, possibly.
22.
Still
Wow,
on.
that long, huh?
It's still. We want to make sure we line up some
Just
things and
right.
So.
Well, that's a lie.
Oh. That's not the announcement.
Actually, no.
Some of it's true.
I
June 4th was not a lie.
June 4th is a real thing.
That's a real day in history.
And I don't know what I'm doing, but I am going to give it a shot. And rumor has it, I am here to clear up anything. It is true.
I am leaving and moving to Nebraska.
No. Hey, in that
Well, I'm
song, she says, we'll have a child named Nebraska Joe. Okay, no.
All right. Tell everybody what's happening, Tam.
Guys, June 4th, it turns out that your Tam, who hopefully will be filled
Your Tam
with quality,
will be leaving the morning invasion permanently.
That's true.
That's actually true.
I will be leaving
That
the morning
bums me
show.
out. I'm not gonna lie. That really, that part. This is the sad
Yeah,
part. We'll start
yeah.
with the sad because that's June
Ooh.
4th. You will no longer be on the
Is
morning
that-
invasion.
Oh, okay. Can I just do like special guests?
Yeah.
No.
No.
You said yeah
we were
first.
told no.
I mean,
No.
I didn't mean to say
No.
You said yeah first.
Yeah, but he was going with the
no.
no.
With Steve-O. I was saying yeah to Steve-O.
Oh,
Yeah.
the yeah, no.
Yeah, no.
Yeah,
well,
no.
then what better way to leave the show
Yeah.
than to just start my own?
Yeah.
Ooh. What show are you going to be doing?
What are your thoughts on that?
You know.
Maybe I could start my own show
So-
Monday
Wait, what?
through Friday.
So no longer Quality Tam Tuesday. It's just going to be Quality,
Tam.
Oh.
Because you're
Day.
weekdays.
Oh, man, that sounds perfect.
I think she's on the glue stick. Yeah, here's the thing. I am not going to lie. I kind of have been freaking out about this for some time because if there's one thing I've wanted as the fake program director of this station.
He's very fake, guys. He's not even real. He has the title, but he's not.
Yeah. Is an afternoon drive show. You know? If that's people who listen in the morning invasion.
I've always wanted
it's
the
like,
afternoon.
Yeah, right? We need an afternoon drive show. So, starting June 4th, we are getting an official afternoon drive show by hers truly.
This is worth every penny.
Yeah. Yeah. Are you,
You guys-
nervous at all?
It's true.
Yeah.
It is true.
It is true.
It's gonna be Quality Tam. It was really cute because I saw in Heidi's email yesterday. It was precious as ever.
Just precious.
She said now you can take Tam home with you. I mean, she meant it, obviously great.
That's cool.
And so it was really sweet because you think like, oh wow, so I'm going to be talking while people are going to be driving home.
Yeah.
Maybe they're going to be with the old school radio in the middle of their kitchen table,
Right. Yeah.
While
Yeah.
they're
Just
eating steak
Maybe
and
just
potatoes,
lying on the floor in the living room, just huddled around the radio.
Dude, just running just as
all-
fast as we can.
Oh, I just love listening to Tam in the morning. This is so
in
great.
the afternoon.
I mean, afternoon. I'm
The
so used to being
afternoon show.
afternoon. Sorry.
So, you guys, I'm really pumped about this. I've been doing lots and lots and lots and lots and lots of research because I love what this show is going to be compiled of is going to be a little bit different than the morning show.
Yeah.
It's going to be more of
I won't be on it.
like Steve-O's not going to. I will be interrupted
Dex
less.
will probably
but,
not be on it.
I'll be on it every afternoon. She'll be calling me.
I'm going to
every
walk
afternoon.
in and be like, wait.
I'm her first guest. Actually.
Somebody just chimed in all caps, by the way, to say best news ever with about 17 R's. Love Tam.
How dare you? She's a nice lady.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
It's gonna be like you guys know that I love talking about serious things.
Very serious.
It's not gonna be crazy serious where we're just gonna be so sad and depressed all the time. I like to talk about things that are really meaty.
Yeah, things that matter.
Things that
Like-
matter.
Like hunting elk.
And
going to the zoo. And
yes.
At the same time,
Right.
which turns out is illegal.
Yeah, you
and
can't do
I
that.
found out the hard way.
You can't do that.
I'm
You
running
can't do
right
that.
now out of jail, but I
Shooting
do know
zebras
that
are not,
not allowed.
actually, yeah, it's frowned upon.
It's not allowed. You
in
also
our society.
you cannot fish with the seals. That's not
Yeah.
allowed either. That was embarrassing. to
She
tell you the
actually
truth.
found out the truth behind when one door opens and other
The doors-
closes.
yeah.
That's prison.
Yeah, yeah, it was
what that
rough.
means. Not.
But wouldn't be the first time. So really, this show is going to be. It's going to consist of just really cool, fun topics. So
Yeah.
the communication that we have between each other as adults, the communication between parents and kids. We're going to be talking about relationships. We're going to be talking about. Authors. We've got authors. Books.
Will you be a lot like Delilah?
Okay.
It's Tamra.
Can we make one?
No.
We can try it.
Pretty sure we'll get sued.
Will we get sued?
Pretty sure we'll
Just
get
yeah.
sued.
See, we change it. If we change the thing a little bit. Now, you know that I do have a fiery personality, so I am not going to try. I'm not the attacker on this show. I love to hear.
Come on.
I love to hear what you guys want to talk about. So I would appreciate, Starmies, for you to just flood our Facebook, our Instagram, our everything right now.
Well, people are wondering, are you going to be live in the afternoon on Facebook?
I will be live in the
YouTube?
afternoon.
Yeah.
There's going to be 3 major days, though, just so that I don't like overwhelm myself like crazy, because I am running the board. I have been able to
oh
be
my
trained.
gosh, if you guys want to see a
by
train wreck, dude, you tune in. I'm telling you, I've been training Tam, and I can't wait. I got my popcorn ready. I am going to be just kicking back.
So what was really funny is, so wait, first the 3 major days that I will be really like pumping live, you guys can call in, I can talk to you live, everything else is mainly going to be on, I think, probably Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Fridays.
Of course.
Okay, because those, I feel like that's a good enough, like basically it's like what, every other day, pretty much. Well, kind of, not.
Pretty much.
It's just Tuesday and Thursday or the every other, and then there's
What?
just
What?
Friday.
No, why?
Stop confusing people. It's Monday through Friday.
But I'm there Monday through Friday.
Yeah.
But basically, when we were training, it was really funny because, so like I'm terrified of this board because there's all these buttons and there's all these lights.
So intimidating.
And it's really intimidating. And then you
have to have an engineering degree to run this.
Like,
No, you're not,
it's
actually.
hard.
It's really
It's
not
harder
that
than you
hard.
think it is.
No.
And so Dex, who is truly one of the best
I'm
in
one
the
of the
world,
greatest teachers out
really, no, I mean he's really like very talented at what he does. So
thanks, Tam. That's
knowing
very
that
nice.
and having you in here, first part when you got through the laughing at me part, after we got through that, I felt like you really poured into me, like a real mentor. So I just want to say thank you.
You're welcome.
There was a time when I was hitting all of the wrong buttons. So if you want to just tune in simply to watch a train wreck,
But no
like,
joke.
how
So this is Tam.
fun would
So
that be?
Tam wanted to jump in and just do what I do. Like
Yeah.
she just wanted to hit buttons. So she's like, "How do I play like what you do? Like how do I do that?" And so it was the funnest, greatest time that I've ever had training somebody because it was such a train wreck.
It was my very first time going, because we had talked a little bit. You had told me like how to turn on the board.
Yep.
Just kind of about what to hit, with the background music and little fun stuff here and there. And it was hilarious because I tried it. It was my first real like run through, and he's like, "Okay, we're going live." We obviously weren't live. We were just like practicing.
Right.
And so I happened to hit the wrong key at the wrong time. And then I was trying so
actual
hard.
audio of
I was
Tam.
trying so hard. And then I was frustrated because I lost my material.
Yep.
And I'm still trying
She's
to carry
a material girl,
the
man.
conversation.
So that's what I
and I will never
Actual
be that
audio
good.
of Tam.
That's what I
Guys, you gotta tune in. You have to tune
just
in. It's gonna be
so-
the biggest train wreck
so-
of our lives. And it's gonna be so fun.
So
I
simply,
know, I'm looking forward to it.
even if I just screw this
Oh,
thing
you
up,
will.
I really just want everyone to know that like second chances and third and fourth and fifth and 20th
That's-
chances
yeah,
we serve that
are
God, man.
totally
We serve that God.
totally worth it.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I look forward to it. It's a real deal. It's quality Tam. It's not just gonna be quality Tam Tuesday. Hopefully the quality is really quality. You know what I mean?
People are already asking if there's going to be T-shirts. Like people want merchandise.
Wow.
We want merch, guys. What if I crash into the? What if this show ends up being terrible?
It's gonna be
Hey,
awesome.
the worse, the better.
Yeah.
I'm laughing because you guys think that we're kidding, but we're not.
It's pretty funny.
Like, we're not kidding. This is like, so I have let's see, June 4th is when it launches. So I'll just be continuing in my training, and I'm going to be coming here. Basically, what that's going to consist of is me doing a fake show over and over and over and over
Why don't
again.
you just finish out the morning show with us this morning from the board?
Yeah.
in
Why
hopes.
don't you?
I mean, why don't you just do that?
How
Why don't I take the
funny-
third spot? Here,
Okay, do you
because
want
he
to try
trains
it?
you.
Okay,
Come on
okay,
over.
let's just
There you
switch.
go.
Okay.
Just switch.
So-
Just moving over.
Okay, so this is kind
This
of
is
like
what it's gonna be
how
like.
We are.
No, this is exactly how I felt
Oh
when
my gosh!
This is
how it
exactly how I
feels.
felt when
This is-
when I let a woman drive my car once.
Okay, that sounds really.
Yeah, that's
Gosh.
not. You know, we are going to talk about that on my show.
Oh.
Yeah.
We're going to talk about how
Women drivers.
Yeah, sexist
Yeah.
people like Dex.
Yes.
So you
It's
know,
called
you come,
Dexism.
I'm
So,
the feminist of the show.
so we would just be talking or whatever, and then I would be like, I would hit this like, as we're talking.
Yeah,
And see, nothing happened because you have to put the volume up
Yes.
here.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, good. And that's funny that I hit wrong.
You did it right, but it was
because I was
wrong.
wrong.
Yeah.
So that's why I hit
Train
that.
wreck again.
Do you see what I mean? And so we just have to figure out how to do these volumes. So
These volumes.
So as it's so much different when you're behind the board.
Here's a question. The
Yeah.
Stormy was chiming in asking if your audience is going to... Hi, I'm over here.
How did you read that?
They were asking if you were going to change the name of your listeners because, we're the Stormy, but you had your, like, Tammy's whatevers.
Oh,
yeah,
sorry.
that's not... Yeah.
Sorry. Yep.
Yep. So just go ahead. Gonna have to turn that off.
Tam's running the board.
I'm running the
guys.
board.
Trying to.
She's
definitely trying
go
to.
to Facebook Live and YouTube right now if you want to see Tam run the board.
I'm running
This is
the
what
board.
it's gonna be like, guys.
She's running the ship. She's captain of the show.
This is what it
Yep.
sounds like when
fight!
worlds collide. Yeah,
That's what happens when I run the board.
gotta
There's
get
a
your
chick
vol-
fight
you gotta
in
get
here.
your volumes
yeah,
under control
I was
there.
trying.
Which, by the way, if you're just
Harder.
joining us, we made the announcement this morning. June 4th is your first day.
Yep, first day.
You're going to be doing Quality Tam live in the afternoons. You have your own
That's real.
show.
That's
Yep.
real.
And we'll have a podcast. People are chiming in. Is there going to be a podcast?
Yes.
There's going to be a
Yeah.
podcast.
Eventually,
So-
I mean, when
and
the
what time?
content is good enough.
So I was told that it's going to be from 4 to 7.
4 to 7.
4 to 7. 4 to 7.
4 to 7?
We sure about that?
Cool. You can just
So
make
we're
up
gonna
your
just
own
we're gonna tell you
shifts.
guys the.
I'm going to consult the program director. Not me, the real one.
Yeah.
The real one. I'll get back to you guys.
So we're gonna do that. So we're pretty excited about that.
Yes.
And you're welcome. So.
You're doing a great job, Tam. You're doing a great job.
But so we're gonna see. But what's happening right now is you're running the text messages. You're running Facebook Live.
Yep.
You're running. I mean, you're not running it, but you're looking through it, and you're having to. And then you help me because then you tell me what they say, and then Steve-O over here, he helps you all the time.
Yeah.
And then you have your stories, and you kind of do some show prep, and well, the stuff we talk about is so fun and great, and we just kind of banter off of each other.
Yeah.
And the difference though is that I will be by myself.
Yeah.
Gosh,
so the
that's-
Stormy is really going to need to help you.
So
With call-ins
my
and-
point is yes, that's it. Is that I will need as much help as possible.
Yes.
Oh, see, my hands are off the thing. I need to keep my hands
on the wheel.
On the
You gotta
wheel.
keep 'em on
10
the
and
wheel.
2, bro.
I'm
10
driving
and
here.
2.
So,
Sorry about that.
so that was good. Okay, high five. And so,
Good job, Tam. How did you get that?
Dude,
You've been training.
when
you are
I'm-
doing better than
so-
I am doing at this. You've
when I
already hit
was-
way more.
When I'm in go mode, it's different because I'm like at gear 5 where I'm just
Yeah.
like running, you know what I mean?
Gear
and
5 is a
all
tough
my
gear.
senses are all there.
Yeah.
And then I'm just like, I got to save the Starmies from falling apart because
it's
they're
just
tired of listening to me.
Singular.
They matter. There's plural.
Yep.
Well,
Yep.
Also, I want to just finish my sentence that I
Go
was
for it.
saying,
You're captain. Go.
which was that I need your help. What Steve-O was saying. I need your help because
She
I
needs
need you to
help.
call in.
I was just saying you need help, but
I need
yes.
you to, like right now, how can I know that you're listening to me? You
By the
need
way,
to
it's
call.
3 to 6.
You
It's
can
3 to
call,
6. Her show
it's
is
3 to 6 is what we were saying.
Not 4 to 7.
Yeah,
3
it's
to
3 to 6.
It's 4 to 7
Is what we were
Central
saying.
Time.
So, like, okay, like, if anyone's listening to me and I were on my show right now
Yep.
and I needed someone to call in
Uh-huh.
right now
What's the
about a
number?
topic that I was talking about, I would say to call in. See, on my notes, I have the number at the top.
You don't need
'Cause it's-
You don't remember
need
the
the
number?
notes.
Yeah,
you
it's
just
338-3700.
There you
But
go.
what's the area code? Because we have
That's right,
listeners all over the
505
world.
338-3700. And I want to show these guys how I can take a phone call right now because we're live and you guys care about what I'm saying right now.
Yep.
And maybe you have a question that you want me to talk about on my show. I need you to tell me that. So who's going to call 505-338-3700?
Right.
You're listening to me. You're feeling this out. You're like, wow, I've never called before. I never talked to
Yes.
Tam. Don't be nervous
You're so
because
excited to take
First
this
time
phone call.
listener.
Oh, okay. So
First
someone's
time
calling.
listener, first time
Clearly-
host.
First time listener, first time host.
So
Okay, guys, let's see if
so-
she can
so
she can answer the
if
phone
I hang
correctly.
up on you, I want you to call back because it might be an
You
accident.
better answer the phone.
Okay, so
I
I'm
mean-
going to answer you now. We're going to hit this
I'm gonna
here.
I'm gonna stop telling us to just do it.
Hello. Oh wait, hold on a second. Let me make sure your phone is on. Hello. Okay. So, are you there?
Oh.
Are you there?
Say, go ahead, caller.
Yeah.
Oh my
Yeah.
God.
You know what? You know
Who's
what?
this,
dude?
caller?
Oh.
I am not in the mood today.
Oh, wow. Hang up on this caller right now. Move on to the next.
Okay.
Just move on quick.
This is perfect that you would be the one to call today in this moment. Now, I have someone else calling too, but they're going to wait.
Sam, I got to tell you, it stings a little bit.
What? Oh, it stings.
Oh man!
It's because he used back.
Buck didn't make the cut.
No, I think it's because he used the mouthwash for eye drops.
Really?
So,
Tammy,
sorry to get that phone call.
Now to hang up, you press
so
the drop.
I'm gonna figure out. I want you to know that I love you, Bucky, so much.
I love you too.
And you
You're
are
just getting too old. The demographic is not.
Oh my gosh!
Sorry, bro.
Shut up, Dave!
Sorry.
Yep.
Dude.
You know what? You look older than I do.
Yeah.
Okay.
This is
that's
true.
That's true.
So this
Tam,
is a fight.
So this is exactly yes.
But what we're gonna do is I'm gonna tell Buck I love you so much.
Yeah.
And
gotta go.
And we're gonna go now. We're gonna go to our next caller because I have to figure out how to answer the phone. You see what I mean? I'll also be calling you, Buck. Buck, I'm gonna be calling you because I need Buck.
Yes, I'm here.
Okay,
I'm here.
okay,
Hello, go ahead.
Because
Go
I
ahead,
need to
radio
call you
station.
for some help.
He didn't
So-
abandon you.
Okay. Okay. That was low. I love you, Buck. We'll talk to you soon. Okay, so now I'm going to go to this one.
I don't know. Do you?
I don't know. Oh,
better. There it
okay.
is.
Okay. Oh, look, I turned off now. We're going to say, hello.
Hello.
Who is this?
Good morning. I understand you're looking for a co-host.
Yes!
I don't think I said that, but I just didn't know if maybe I did say that actually. Hi. Were you calling to be my co-host or to give me like a topic to talk about on my show?
I was hoping to audition for it.
Oh, yeah, sure. Go ahead. You've got 5 seconds. Go ahead.
Hey, I'm Tam's co-host on Star 88.
Oh gosh, that's inspiring. Really is what it feels like. So inspiring. I don't know.
I'll wait for your call.
Yeah, wait for me because
Well,
okay, that's perfect.
See, it can happen as fast as.
Woo,
just
okay, and then we're gonna have this. Okay, they hung. Do they hang up? So that's what it's gonna look like.
Recap what's going on real quick.
Yeah,
Tam.
tell the people.
For new listeners, you have to have that mindset. There's always new people tuning
Always
in.
new people tuning in.
Okay, so Tam
We're gonna tell them what's happening.
We made an announcement this morning that Tam is taking over the afternoons from 3 to 7.
That's right.
Starting June
4th.
3 to 6, by the way.
3 to 6.
3 to
Got
6.
it wrong every time.
3 to 6. And so she's going to be doing the afternoon by her show.
By yourself.
Yep. What did I say? By her show?
Yep. Same thing.
I'm thrown off because I'm not in my usual
Yeah, you're not in your
captain
spot,
seat,
which
so
is
I'm
a
all
weird
thrown
spot
off.
to be in. Okay.
So Tam is running the board right now. She's actually captain of the ship. She's pushing the buttons, making it happen.
Yep.
And you
True
guys
story.
can watch us right now on Facebook and YouTube Live.
Yeah, and so basically I'm going to be running the board. I've been practicing, I've been training, and so this is a real deal. We're going to be talking about serious topics, but they're not all serious. Like, we have fun, we have a good
very
time.
serious
And
show.
sometimes when we talk about topics that are like just meaty, I always like it to be called like the meat and potatoes, right? Of a conversation. That's usually where people say that I go. Like, my cousin, I was just in Boston, and my cousin said the other day, she's like, what's really funny, we're sitting in the back of a car just driving to graduation, and she says, what's really funny is that I can sit here and start talking to you. We're talking about a pepperoni pizza, and all of a sudden, by the end of our conversation, one of us is in tears. We're talking about the depth of our souls, and we're trying to figure out where God's taking us in life. And when she said that to me, I was like, oh my gosh, like that's my heart. Is pepperoni pizza. I'm just kidding.
Amen.
My heart is to make sure that I take people there, and I don't do it on purpose.
Yeah.
But it kind of just naturally sort of happens because it really is like the desire of my heart to share with people about who God's made them to be, to live in that fullness of that, and also struggles, like real life struggles that we're going through, and real life issues that are happening each day, and problems that are going on. Like, we're all sharing in that together. I'm not a psychologist, okay?
Right.
Yes, my degree is in psychology and communication, but I don't claim to be a licensed therapist. I just play one on the radio. Just kidding, I don't do that either.
How do people chime in on Tam's afternoon show?
So on my afternoon show, you're gonna still want to do what you do in the morning, which is basic. Well, okay, wait. Well, that's if we have a Facebook Live page. But basically, why don't you just start with texting and calling?
What's that number?
So you can text at 585 live.
Yeah.
Area code.
Yeah, 505. Got to put that in if you're
505
texting.
585 live.
Yep.
Or it is, if you don't have the little letters, is I'm gonna start it and you're gonna finish it because we're a team. Is 505-585
5483.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's how you text.
Yeah.
And then if you want to call, you can call 505-338-3700.
Yep.
505-338-3700.
You can do that right now, Tam.
You could do that right now if
I
you
got
want
a
to talk
text.
to me now.
I got a text on the live line.
What did you get a text?
Hold on a second. It says the Tam Army should be called the silenced ones.
What does
because
that
they will
mean?
never be able to get a word in. Okay, thank you, Dougie Doug.
Thank you for that.
All right.
So Dex wouldn't be reading that. It would be me reading that to myself when I'm on the show. So I would be basically reading. Now I don't have to read all of them. So if you're going to be like that one's funny. Like say someone was like vulgar and
Being a
terrible
hater.
and mean.
Yeah.
Then I would just tell you how much I love you.
Yeah.
And I wouldn't even call you out.
No.
Well, maybe I would.
You can't call
But
them
in a really loving.
You don't acknowledge the
I'll
haters,
call
okay?
you back. Just kidding. That's not true. So if we're going to go to a break, we don't need to go to a break, do we?
You're captain of the ship. I mean, if you want to go to break.
And so say this was happening,
Yeah.
and say you guys were getting exhausted of hearing me talk.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
I
What do
would
we do
just,
now?
But just don't listen to him in the background.
Yeah.
I would probably what I would do.
What would you
is I would what I would do. What I would do
Tell people
is
that we got to take a quick break.
we would say what I would do is I would say, oh my gosh, this show is just going crazy, and then I would just do this, and then I would start playing that. And I would say, hey, guys, you know what? We're going to take a quick break. And when we come back.
I just got a text
we're
from
gonna
Chip.
be-
Hold on.
But, but actually,
Chip just texted
we have
me.
to wait.
Chip just texted me.
Okay, this is real.
Please escort Tam out of the studio
Oh,
immediately.
man, that's.
I think you got to leave.
So that's what we would play that music as the pre-played music that's being played.
Just doing a step-by-step process is
Yeah.
how it all works.
Yeah. So I would have actually material that we'd be talking about and we'd be going over it and it'd be wonderful. And then I would probably be like, if I train wrecked, you guys could be a part of that train wreck.
Oh, we are.
You guys could.
We've been it for
take
like 20
video,
minutes. It's
you
great.
You could text in. So that's what we have. I just wanted to give you guys that. I'm going to
June
give
4th.
Yep.
I'm going to give the board back to you.
Oh, really? Wow.
I want you to run your own ship.
You do.
Yeah.
I mean, you can have it
Because
till
you're
the
in
end
charge.
of the show. It's-
No, I just feel stressed out with having this. Because I feel like you guys are just
No,
staring at
you're
me.
gonna grind it out. This is what we do.
This is me grinding.
Cool.
I'm
cool, bro.
I mean, it would have been great to have tons of prep for the show.
Yeah.
No, we
I
gotta
do
throw
have
you
a,
in.
I do have
We're
a
just
pretty
throwing you in
cool.
the deep
I
Don't
do
you
have a
let
pretty
Dex
cool
be
story.
lazy, Tam.
I do have a pretty cool story.
Okay.
But here's what I need. I need you to run the hotkeys because I have a really great story to tell, and I need you to have thunderstorms ready. I need you to have tornadoes ready. I need you to have
Like the Thunder Rolls by Garth Brooks, or like
no,
actual.
Thunder rolls. No, I can sing that myself. But I want you to do that, and I want
Okay.
this story to
You
be
know what?
really great. But I
Whatever you
need
want.
you
Whatever
because
you want,
because
Tim.
this is your setup. You know what I mean? I don't know what.
All right.
Have a
Tease the story.
conversation
What's
and
the story?
play buttons
Yeah.
at the same time.
What's the
It's
what's
hard.
the what's the story?
Okay,
Tease
so
it.
I'm
What-
gonna
coming up.
So coming up,
Yeah.
when we come back,
Where's the music? That's weird.
I'm
Take us
gonna.
to break.
I'm
Why don't
gonna
you just take
okay.
us to break?
So you guys, you remember that before? Okay, I think this is the wrong hotkey. Hold on. No. So
good.
here's the thing. When we left, I told Steve-O.
I don't know if we want
That-
singing though. Kind of.
Okay, no, it's not. It's not what you want
It's
there.
just a little much over you.
Well, what
talking.
about this? Like, is that fine?
That's great.
Okay, when we left, I told you guys I was going to Boston, didn't I?
Nope.
Remember that?
Ooh, that's right.
I was going to Boston. I was going to Connecticut.
Ahead of
going
time?
to a crazy place. Yep, told you ahead of time. I was literally on the show.
Yeah.
I told him that I was going to Facebook. I mean, I was going to Insta Live over a bridge. He doesn't remember that, but we can always visit the tape.
Okay.
And so, as I told you guys I was leaving, I also talked to you about my biggest fear. Not my biggest fear. It was one of
Being
the things.
crushed by a bridge.
That's what it was. It was one of the things I think about that I didn't realize that most people have an issue with, of a bridge falling on their head.
Ooh, I like what you did there. You just
Okay,
potted it
do you see
down.
what happened?
See?
But so now, basically, what the story's going to be is, what are the odds that Tam would tell Steve-O that, hey, it's terrifying going under a bridge? Like, who knows who made these things?
Trolls did.
They're supposed to be made much better sometimes.
trolls
and I
just
looked
live
up,
in-
there's
under
tons
them.
of bridges that have
They build 'em.
collapsed, tons of them that have collapsed over time,
Yeah,
and people who
'cause
have
the trolls
died like
eat the
crazy,
bridges.
right? And so it has to be. So then I'm talking about it. Little did I know, the two things that I would mention I'm gonna save the second one for the when we come back.
Okay.
But I was stuck on a bridge, of all things to be stuck on. I have a story to tell you. When we come back, I'm going to tell you the terrifying thing that happened to me. But I'm going to wait because we are going to go to break.
Are we going to break?
When we come back, I'm going to tell you the story, and we're going to switch boards.
All right.
Just a short break.
Switch the board.
We're gonna switch places.
Okay.
And then just a short break. After, do I hit the play button here?
I don't
when
know.
I'm
Do
ready?
you? I mean, I don't know.
I'm gonna do it because, and if it turns off the board, guys, we'll be right back if I turn it off. Okay? We'll be back right after this.
Tony Evans. This is a Star 88 Supernova.
Bible says, 1 Timothy 5, verse 8, that a man that does not provide for his family is worse than an infidel. That's a worse than the worst kind of non-believer. Men who refuse to work or who refuse to work responsibly, the Bible says, is worse than the most wicked sinner you know. Because he is abdicating his role as primary provider. So it is the job of the man to make sure that the needs of the home are met. Now that can be done in any number of configurations.
That was Pastor Tony Evans on a Star 88 Supernova. A solar flare with Chad Beach. Pride is the only disease that makes everyone else sick besides the person that has it. That's a Star 88 solar flare.
One, two, three, 1, 2, 3, 1. Over and over again. Going right back to the start, starting from where we begin. And I don't wanna be your friend, I just wanna be in love. And even if I'm chasing you is good enough. I keep on running back to you. I can't lose this time. And no matter what I do, I can't lose my. I keep on running back to you. I can't lose this time. And no matter what I do, I can't lose my. Fit, I throw a fit, and I leave you alone. And I don't wanna be your love, and I just wanna be your love. And even if I'm chasing you, no matter what, I keep on running back to you. I can't lose this time, and no matter what I do, I can't lose my. I keep on running back to you. I can't lose this time. And no matter what I do, I can't lose my. I keep on running back to you. I keep on running back to you. I can't lose my. This time, and no matter what I do, I can't lose my. I keep on running back to you. I can't lose this time.
Ravi Zacharias says our culture is morally suicidal. Here's Ravi on a Star 88 PowerPoint.
My professor of philosophy, Dr. Norman Geisler, has authored scores of books, wrote a 5,000-page manuscript, an encyclopedia of philosophy of religion. And he and I were having lunch one day. He'd been my professor. And I said, so are you happy this is over with? He said, well, I'm still pondering my wife's questions. He said, she read the whole manuscript, shut it down, looked at me in the eye and said, Norm, tell me something truthfully. Do even you understand what you have said here? And you climb up the ladder of abstraction and you think of what the Lord said about the kingdom. He took a child and put a child in the middle and said, unless you become as one of these, neither shall you enter into the kingdom of heaven. The Lord alone gives us the sublimity of the gospel and the sophistication so that it can stretch even the greatest minds.
A Star 88 PowerPoint.
What's going on in the news today?
The conservative majority of the Supreme Court ruled that businesses can bar employees from banding together in disputes over pay and workplace conditions, forcing them into arbitration.
The Dow added 298 points. The Nasdaq climbed 39. The S&P rose 20 points. The Dow up 1.2% for the year.
Olympic swimmer Ariana Cooker-Smith and her lawyers say they're suing USA Swimming for not doing enough to protect her.
Don't throw that old cell phone in the trash. The same advice goes for old laptops and many power tools, too. The lithium batteries inside them can and do cause fires, even explosions at trash and recycling centers.
Former President Obama and wife Michelle have signed a multi-year deal with Netflix, saying the Obamas would produce a diverse mix of content, potentially including a scripted and unscripted series, documentaries, or features.
A Western Massachusetts man has pleaded guilty to plotting a domestic terror attack.
The country's first female CIA director, Gina Haspel, telling the agency,
I want each of you to know that I took on the position of director because I want to represent you as well as lead you.
That's right, everybody. Welcome to the show. Quality Tam is going to be done here on the Morning Invasion very soon. In fact, coming up on June 4th, Tam is going to be moving to the afternoon show. She's taking over Star 88 in the afternoons from 3 to 6, taking you back home from work.
Yeah, that.
We're excited, Tam. And everybody's
That's how you
excited.
say it.
Everybody on the live line, on Facebook and YouTube, chiming in. They're all excited.
Good. I haven't read your stuff yet. I'll read it.
No, they're pumped.
I just love your encouragement. Thank you for that, guys. It makes me feel like even if we do train wreck down me, really, not we.
I mean,
it's mainly me because I'm the only one that's going to be there.
It's going to be a traffic Tam.
It's going to be worth it. It's what I know. It's going to be
It's going to be
worth
great.
it.
We're excited. So June 4th.
June 4th. 3-7. 3-6. Okay.
All right. So we don't have a lot of time yet.
Yeah, we don't.
And man, so you had a quick little story you wanted to share.
I had a quick little story I
about
want to share.
Boston. So make it
you guys
under
know.
2
Okay,
minutes.
so I was out of town. I went to Boston, Connecticut, and it was great for graduation.
Okay.
Shout out to Sam and all my fam out there. So we were there, and before I left, I had told Steve-O that I was going to Insta Live going over the bridge to Newport because it's kind of a scary bridge. It's a long bridge over the water, and so I wanted to do it just to kind of face a little bit of some tension that I feel, not so much of fear, but like I do feel a little nervous when I cross big bridges. I just think, wow, if this fell. And I wonder how many people think that too. So I'm going over we were going to do that, but turns out that was the day the graduation was, so I couldn't do it. So I called you guys, said, hey, literally 10 minutes after I called you.
The bridge fell.
I am on the highway.
Shut up.
And I hear that there's a tornado warning.
Oh, no.
In Connecticut. You guys may have heard this. If you look it up, this is true. This is a real story. There's a tornado warning. And we're thinking, oh, it's just sprinkling, no bigs. My cousin Gabby, she's like, hey, guys, I live in Kansas City. Like, I never saw a tornado once. If I see a tornado in Connecticut, are you kidding me right now? We're not going to have a tornado. And I'm like, be careful. This might happen to us.
Right?
We're driving, and it starts to rain a little harder.
Oh, no.
And I insted on my story this a little bit. I said, hey, guys, there's a tornado, blah, blah, blah. Within minutes, I see the sky at 5:15, may have even been 5:11. the sky turned green.
Oh, no. Like Wizard of Oz?
We keep driving, and I literally said, I feel like I'm in the Wizard of Oz. This is really happening. We're driving, the sky turns green, and then the sky turns dark.
Yeah.
The rain begins to pour so hard. I see lightning. Then it goes back to green. It goes back to dark. And it's like this moment that you're like, this is really happening. Well, in traffic, not thinking of anything, driving on the highway, just trying to get to a parking garage or something that's strong, right? We drive.
This is making me need to pee. Can we
Because it
change
is.
the music?
No,
Like,
no,
it's in my
just keep
ears,
it.
and
I do
just
feel a
hear-
little tingle, though. I do kind of feel like I need to go.
Me too. I was wondering why I had to go to the bathroom.
Yeah, it's weird. So anyway, so then we're driving, and lo and behold, we get stuck at a standstill.
Oh my gosh.
And I look around me and realize, wait, what? We're on a bridge.
You're on a bridge?
We're on a bridge, man.
Oh, no.
And we're on a bridge over water.
Oh my gosh.
And then I hear sirens go off for the tornado warning. That's what I hear. And they're going crazy. Okay? Now, I like that you're trying to like substitute the sounds you're supposed to be playing with your own sounds.
I didn't have that.
I'll take it. That's better, Steve-O. Thank you. And so I'm freaking out. The one thing I said, I got stuck on
Lay it on us, bro.
that bridge. And I'm like, you guys, this is like not an accident. I'm having to face my fears right now. So I did. Turns out the tornado, it was so close to us, guys, not even kidding.
Raindrops.
And I made it into a
There's
parking. Finally made it to the parking garage.
Yep.
You
heading back
ruined the story.
somewhere
We were the
that you
last people they
never
let in the
should
parking
have
garage. The very last people. We made it in. We were safe. I didn't die. What are the odds that it would be like the fear I mentioned to Steve-O? And just so you guys know, 115,000 people were out of power.
Dude, of course it would be like that.
10 people died.
Oh my gosh.
This is real. Oh, now everyone wants to listen now. No, I should go. See you later.
It was real before.
Well, I'm gonna go. Yeah, I'm gonna go.
You start with that.
Yeah, well, I hope that you would know that there's
I
a
didn't know.
point to my story.
Yeah.
So, guys, I was in a really serious thing. And, you guys were mocking me like 10 minutes before all of it started.
wasn't mocking you.
I just want you to know that if I would have died that day,
Oh no.
you guys would have been left with that recording of your conversation.
That's
like,
true.
Oh, Cameron, and don't see her coming.
But because you didn't die, now we get Quality Tam every day.
Every day.
3 to 6, starting Monday, June 4th. And we just got a text on the live line saying, I love that I will get to hear my daughter every afternoon. You're going to rock it, Scooter.
Is this real life?
Okay. One, Mom,
Love ya, Mom.
You are in so much trouble for giving
So
my childhood nickname
Scooter, huh?
Scooter.
Mother. Did she write that?
She really did right there. I love that I will get to hear my daughter every afternoon. You're going to rock it, Scooter.
Truth bomb coming in. This one's gonna hurt.
Love you, Mom.
Mother.
Love ya.
You just called
Call her Mom.
like she's called me Scooter, and she's like, "Hey, Scoot," how's it going? And I'm like, "Why do you call me that?" She's like, "I don't know." And then I realized I do the same thing. I call people by names, and like names just come to me.
I can't even say the name she calls me by.
Oh man.
Yeah. FCC regulations and such and whatnot.
Sorry about that.
So that's happening, and we're pumped about it. And the show. I'm not talking about the tornado. I was
Very
in.
cool.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Cool story.
No, it obviously wasn't that cool because you guys were like singing over the whole thing. And
Well, we're out of time, so we got to go now.
That's cool. I didn't want to share that email anyway.
It was a cool email. When are you going to share it? Tomorrow morning?
I don't know.
Maybe we should wait till tomorrow because it's a pretty good
It's
email.
pretty intense.
I got an email.
what's
Tease it,
happening.
tease it now, though.
I got
Let's
an
tease it now.
email from a member of the Starmy with the most interesting request I've ever been asked in my entire life.
Yeah, I would say yeah.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
real.
And I seriously am like, how do I process this? I almost want to call them and see if they'd be willing to talk about it on the air tomorrow.
Yeah, you should.
That's
Yeah.
a good idea.
But let's tease it for everybody right now. Kind of give the what
give
the
too much.
email's about to all the people that tune in.
Don't give too much. They're going to guess.
Because a lot of these listeners won't be listening tomorrow morning.
Why not?
Well, I don't know. I'm just
The
saying.
Starmie is dedicated.
I know they are,
They
but there's a few
listen,
people
man.
out there that won't. So
They listen.
So give a few details what the email's about.
I got an email about a couple who is interested in betrothing one another. That sounds weird when you say it like that.
Betrothing one another.
Yeah, they want to get married.
Betrothed.
Yeah, they would like to tie the knot, seal the deal, call it a day on the old single farm.
What?
I don't know.
What is
I'm
that?
just trying to think
Do you
of
have something for
ways
that,
to
Dex?
end. No, man. FarmersOnly.com.
Okay.
Nope. I hope that's not a real site. Yeah.
Commercials? Those are commercials. It's creepy. I don't understand it, man. Everybody's got their own little mingle thing.
It's weird.
What?
And I'm like, what? That sounds like me.
Yep. Why be single when you can mingle? Am I right?
Why be single?
It's your mingle thingle.
Okay.
No, don't.
No.
Don't do that.
All right. So we got an email from this couple who wants to tie the knot, and they have asked something very specific of me for their ceremony.
Very
It's
specific.
Very specific.
Dude. Man, I wish we had more time, but Tam's Bridges story, man.
Whatever. You had 10 minutes to tell this story,
99
but because you need
problems and a
30,
bridge is one.
you have 30 more minutes that you want to use. But you see, guys, on my show, we would have already told the story and got to the point.
Oh.
So there's that.
Afternoons with Tam while you scoot on home.
While he scoot on home. The imaging is being made as we speak.
Mama, I am not happy with you.
Well,
I'm not
Sorry
happy
about
with you.
Yeah, that's actually audio from her mother.
Like of all the time she chooses to tell my nickname,
Okay,
it's
people
on
are
air.
freaking out because we have like 6 more minutes left to show. I want to call this couple.
Well, we can't call him today.
No, we can't.
I was asked by members of the Starmie if I would officiate their wedding. Dressed as the Dark Lord of the Sith.
The Dark Lord of the Sith?
Yeah.
What is that?
Darth Vader.
Oh.
They're
yes, it's going to happen.
Huge fans
1
of the
billion
show.
%. I will make sure that happens.
And we think that Dex
Yes.
should go with him as Princess
And
Leia.
I will be Princess
And
Leia?
I suggested
in
that
the
he could
Return
wear.
of the Jedi slave
I
costume.
suggested he could wear his headphones as your braids.
Oh, the buns.
Because they look
Yeah.
like
Buns.
normal buns.
We're just going to have to get that approved from Chippers first.
Here's
Yeah.
what we're going to do. We are going to get a hold of this Starmie member, and we're going to talk to her on the show tomorrow, because I would love some backstory. I would love to know why.
Yeah, we got to
Why
see when they're
not?
available.
What do you mean? Why? That's amazing. And you know what? As soon as if
Where
this
am I
happens,
going to find a Darth Vader
you know what?
costume?
We'll
Also,
get you one.
No, here's the main
Tarzan.
question.
We'll get you one.
And my main question is this foretelling something if you're Darth Vader doing the wedding?
Why? There's redemption in the end.
It's a dark side.
Yeah, that's because there's 2 sides, right? Because
Yeah.
it's like you got the Annie, who is the light, and then like Darth Vader, just dark.
Or they dressing
and that's
up
marriage.
as
Let's be
Anne-
real.
as Annie
That's
and-
preparing them for marriage because there's like the good. You take the good and you take the bad.
It's easy to get married, but it's what did Levi say? It's hard to be married, or I
Yeah.
think
Yeah,
is
no.
what
Yeah.
yeah.
It's easy to get married.
Get married.
So do you think
Hard to stay.
we have to get it to where it's like you got the breathing going on,
Whoa,
and
that's
you're
like
like
tickling the inside of my eardrum.
Yeah,
Oh my
yeah.
gosh, it's going down my back.
get the sound effect going in your voice.
And do they want that the whole time?
Time that
Right?
you're like, do
I
you-
now pronounce you man and wife.
No, he can't say it like that. He would say, I know.
Somebody
Pronounce
said,
you.
is the question, Steve-O, will you get a tattoo on stage during our wedding? The Unity tat, if you will.
Well, there's so many
No!
opportunities. There's so many opportunities. Thank you for that, Starmie, who wrote
I know!
in
It's
to
a big
open
question!
and to open up the door to so many other
Not just,
opportunities
I was
for
like, oh,
Steve-O.
maybe she wants me to walk her down the aisle as
Aw,
Darth
it's
Vader.
so
That's
cute.
not the case.
Nope, it's not.
Officiate the wedding
Yep.
in the Darth Vader costume.
I love
I
it.
hear you can get ordained for like $5.
Okay.
Yeah,
Online.
online. Ordained.com.
Yeah, Dex and I both are ordained.
Where am I going to find a Darth Vader costume? We are calling
you know
the
what?
Starman member tomorrow morning.
We got friends.
I
People
promise
hook
you.
it up. We got you.
I promise you.
We got you.
I think we can make this happen.
Tomorrow morning, tune in. We'll read the whole email and discuss that. And Tam, we just announced that she's going to be taking over the afternoons here on Star 88 from 3 to 6.
Mm-hmm.
Taking you guys on your drive home from work. And she's going to be doing it all solo.
Yeah.
Which,
Han Solo.
you know what?
terrifying.
We're tying that in since, Solo's coming out. We're like, we'll put Tam in and tie the two together.
Yeah.
That's not
Tam
it.
Solo.
You could go as Chewbacca.
Yes.
You're pretty hairy.
I'm very hairy.
If I do this,
I sound
if
just
this
like
actually happens,
Chewie.
I'm not saying it's happening, but if it does happen and both of you are with me.
Do you want to hear my Chewbacca impression?
I could be Chewbacca.
Do you want to hear my Chewbacca?
Could throw some hair on my back.
I have a graded Chewbacca.
That's different. I wanna end
And
on
would I
that.
have to have the mask on so it'd be like,
Dearly Yes.
beloved.
Yes.
We are gathered here today.
It's going to be great.
I'll be singing at the wedding, but what voice should I use?
You gotta go as the chick from Return of the Jedi in Jabba's palace.
In a different outfit.
Kids don't know who that is because she wasn't in the special edition because George Lucas is a dumb.
Well, on that note.
Tam, take us out of here.
I'm really excited. I'm still with you guys till June 4th.
Yes.
Well, till the Tuesday before.
And may June 4th
Be with you in
also.
this. It's gonna be my own show, June 4th. I'm terrified, but I hope it goes well.
Well, I'm gonna go.
I'll do my best. I love you guys.
Love
3
you
to
too.
6. Call me,
Love
text
you.
me.
That's right.
At
That's
Quality
right.
TM if
You
you have
can't
questions.
stop this.
At Quality TM. Text me questions and thoughts and things you think we should talk about on the show. I want to know.
Beautiful.
I want to know.
Stormy, have a great day. It's Wednesday, my dudes, tomorrow. We'll see you then from the Dreamstar Remodeling Star 88 Studios.
That's all we got. There ain't no more. That's right. Time is tight. It's the end of the show.
We all want the best future for our children. Our next generation of leaders need a strong foundation. With small classes, a great sports program, and affordable tuition, Evangel Christian Academy